Hello and welcome. It's yet another episode of A Star to Steer Her By, your favorite Star Trek watching podcast. And we have now entered our 428th
Damn.
episode of the show proper, in which we are covering the Discovery episode, Under the Twin Moons. Sounds a little like a soap opera.
Yeah, it kind of does.
And since we've done this many episodes together, you know that I am Ames.
I'm Caitlin.
Jake. Action Chris.
Oh, God. Stop trying to make Action Chris happen.
Is Jake the one who started calling you Action Chris?
No, it was Reno, actually.
That's hot.
Yeah, and she was clearly joking. Let's talk a little
I thought she just meant that he has like a little trigger in his back that you push it and he like does like a karate chop of some kind.
Oh, like a Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, they famously have punchy actions.
I want to tell you guys what happens in Under the Twin Moons, and then we'll talk about it, and then I'll leave. No,
please don't go.
So we are heading to Lyric, the planet that has the titular twin moons. And Burnham and Saru are playing escape room all over the place against some explodo-drones. Until they get to the big puzzle at the end, and it's a Romulan Revlav. So the problem is Mal and Locke have already been here, so they've seen the puzzle, and Michael determines that they probably didn't actually solve the puzzle, because she somehow knows every single thing about Romulan culture despite never having met them until jumping to the 32nd century. Ignore me. But she knows that Revlavs always have 5 stanzas. And we find the last stanza hidden on the other side of the puzzle, the last place you'd ever look, and indicates that the next step in our scavenger hunt is going to be to go to Trill. Road trip.
Yay.
Over on Discovery, Book is tasked with relaying the character descriptions for Mal and Locke from Memory Alpha. So he tells us, Jesus God.
He goes where they tell him, that's...
That Mal and Locke must be in love because their ship did a barrel roll. Question fucking
I mean,
that could just mean that Peppy from Star Fox 64 is on there.
See, I was about to say, I mean, Peppy did want to fuck Fox, so...
That's true.
Your father used to help me like that, too. Now fuck me in the ass, Fox.
Never seen this
Your father
song.
used to give me great hand jobs.
Does that make Linus Slippy?
Oh my
Oh,
God,
no.
yeah, it pretty much does, bro.
Because Slippy is
a little
obnoxious.
bitch.
Yes, and Linus.
Getting none of these
Get this
references.
guy off me!
Sorry, it's Star Fox. Go
I'm
on.
sure it is. Book also learns that Mal is actually Marlene, the daughter of Cleveland Booker IV, Book's old mentor, whom he inherited the name from.
But not the guy he had a
What?
hallucination about.
No, that was his
real
actual
dad.
dad.
A real deadbeat of a dad.
Fool.
And finally, because everyone hates the character who was written for us to hate him, Vance and the tribunal or something conduct a hearing for Rayner and decide to fire his ass. But Burnham decides to offer him the role of her second in command since Saru is leaving.
I think it makes sense to, replace the most even-keeled person ever with the most uneven-keeled person ever.
Somewhere
Yeah.
Tilly just punched her hat.
Yeah, so this ensures us that Michael will have someone to have conflict with for the rest of the season. The end.
Well, no, she does specify that because Tilly just wants to go back to the academy with this done, that's why she's not choosing Tilly. They did float that.
Yeah, I know. It just seems like, literally anybody else. This guy that, can you imagine being on the bridge crew? And, I've been serving with Michael for 800 years by the calendar.
Right.
We've had so many great adventures together, and been such a reliable companion and advisor, and I'm sure I'm next in line. Hey, guys! New announcement. Our new first officer is that asshole who everybody, including me, hates.
Woo!
I mean, here's why she went
And who is reckless.
Here's why she went with
Yay.
him. For the same reason most people would. She cannot remember any of the bridge crew's name and didn't want to admit. It's like, look, Lieutenant, I'd love you to be my XO. One question, who the fuck are you? And he goes, Reese. I've been here since day 3.
What's your first name, Mr. Burns?
See, I'll tell you exactly the exact reason why they chose him and actually created this character is because there's nobody else on the show who could
disagrees with Michael.
Who could disagree with Michael realistically.
Yeah,
because
last year
like,
was
if
Relax.
Detmer ever stood up to Michael, you'd be like, that's so out of character.
Yeah, because last season we had Relax, but Relax was a doormat, frankly.
Yeah.
This season, like, they've basically manufactured, like, this character specifically for Michael.
He's just to be a fool.
And I also feel like there's a bit of meta commentary in there, because it's like, look, this guy is the exact opposite of all the discovery values that people seem to hate. But we're going to hate on this guy quite a lot.
But here's the thing. The real test will be, is he ever right? Now, he was right this week.
Yes.
But not right at being an asshole. He was just...
Oh, this was right when he was helping the techno battle.
When he was helping the techno battle. He wasn't right because he was, like, going against something that Michael wanted. He was right just because he happened to have insight that Tilly and Adira didn't have.
And it was nice, actually, to have that, like, it's like, guys, maybe you need a non-scientist perspective, and you can go like, hey, guys, this was like 2,000 years ago.
The delivery of that whole scene was kind of bizarre, though, because he felt like he was, like, an instructor who was helping the students with a pop quiz, in which he knows all the answers, but he wants them to get it first. Because he's like, okay, guys, so what do we know about the periodic table? Anyone? It's about this part of it?
Yeah.
Maybe you should be thinking from this angle?
The number of atoms in each molecule is written right on there?
No?
No, I know. I don't know. I don't remember.
You know, the other thing... Yeah, so anyway, I was going to say, so I think it'll be interesting to see if there's ever a point at which Michael wants to do one thing, he wants to do another thing, and it turns out that he was right.
I'm trying to remember if that comes up. We'll find out.
And I also, to be fair, I don't think that ever comes up in Star Trek. That's rare anytime.
True.
But if they are going to create this character, I just don't want him to be a punching bag for, just to be the guy that's wrong all the time.
Yeah, I don't remember what they do with them. It's funny that you say that, too, because this didn't really occur to me, but, like, until you just said it now. But, like, even with Riker, it was a similar idea of, like, I chose you because you, like, questioned your captain that time. But when you actually think about TNGee, they usually agreed.
They usually agreed, and, like, Picard was always right.
Yeah, but that was a side effect of the whole, like, edict of not to have internal conflict in TNGee.
Yeah, but I do think, like, I think the one time we really see Picard, in the wrong, and it's the same, and it's a situation where the person that ended up challenging him was Lily from
First Contact.
Oh,
when
when he was like, let's not blow up the ship. Let's stand, fight to the last man. And she's like, dude, you're gonna get us all fucking killed. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it had to be someone who wasn't on his crew.
Yeah. So,
or like in Journey's End, when Wesley's the one being like, why are we treating the Native Americans like this? And Picard's like, my grandfather was a Picard, and they knew about something that was connected to this.
Told me. The other thought I had is, and I think, this may be a consequence of the length of the seasons, and this is an even shorter season than we're used to, is like, one of the traditional roles of the first officer has been like as the XO.
Yeah.
And like that I think could be some interesting drama there if like he's
That's next week. That comes up a lot next week.
Oh, okay.
Does
good.
it? Okay.
I'm looking forward to that then.
Next week is the episode I remember the best. So we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how like the rest of the crew interacts with him. And again, like
literally next week.
Great. I'm looking forward to it then. Exciting.
That is something again that I feel like is one thing TNGee did that others didn't. Was they did do a good job of just every so often Riker just has to do fucking paperwork.
Yeah.
Which, like, they kind of...
It's review season. Oh, I hate review
season. Yeah, which is nice, because you never saw that in, like, any others, not in TOS and not any of the later ones, like, the XO doing the, like, tedious bullshit paperwork.
Yeah.
Which...
That time he gave that kid in the episode Lower Decks, was giving that kid a hard time. And he's like, oh, you're Canadian, right? Oh, no, fucking Canadian, piece of shit. Who do you fucking think I am, asshole?
Alaska, Canada.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's the question: is this just another jellification of a character?
Yeah, I guess the thing is like I don't remember what they do with him really this season, even though this is the most recent one.
I'm interested in the idea of there being someone on the crew that's a foil for Michael that is not Rillick, because like you say, Rillick was just there as a punching bag to be wrong all the time.
He also has very different perspectives, because every so often there's like this gleam of, the discovery is from 900 years ago. Maybe they've gotten a little caught up on the present day circumstances, but they're not going to know a lot of context. And here's a man with a very different like type of known contexts of situations. Now, granted, he's a little bit stuck 10 years ago, because he still like wants to act like we're at war with something, even though we're not at war with anything.
But here's the thing, though, and I kind of think this is sort of my lament of Discovery, especially the 32nd century stuff, is that they never, when we first get to the 32nd century and we see like how lawless it is with the Emerald Chain and
that cowboy planet.
That cowboy planet. We got the books job couriers that are like kind of a little bit outlaw, little Han Solo smugglery. They have
postmanish.
I was gonna say postman. Yeah.
Postman. We go to Mos Eisley
frequently
that time.
A bunch of times. We killed Fred.
Well, we also go to Jabba's palace. So, all these fun places that we go. They're trying to set up this idea that the 32nd century is like this different place.
It's Star Wars.
It's a little more Star Warsy, and we're going to bring a little Star Trek into the Star Wars party. That's the 32nd.
Prodigy
century.
does it better.
But we never actually like at this. Like we didn't spend enough time there.
Yeah.
And we don't see a lot of echoes of it, which is one of the reasons I really kind of like this idea of Maul and Locke, that they're sort of back to that. They're kind of Star Wars characters that got trapped here, and they're going to be doing Star Wars shit, and we're
like barrel rolls,
and we're kind of the Empire that's like, no, you do it the right way, but we're we're the good version of the Empire. I don't know. Anyway, and I like the idea that not Leoben, Rayner. I like the idea that Rayner is.
Thanks for remembering to use the correct name.
Well, I'm trying to be good. I like the idea that he's sort of like a man of the century, who's kind of like, I've dealt with these types before. I know how to hunt.
This is my 7th or 8th red directive.
Yeah,
fucking Kovich, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I feel like this is probably the first time he's invoked it like legitimately. Other times I was like, it's a red directive. I can't find my favorite tie. It was a terrible Kovich
check
impression.
The toilet, you asshole.
Red directive. Out of Charmin.
Somebody get me some more poopery.
Yes.
Like how that one joke has just become that Kovich spends all his time in the bathroom. I mean, he's an older man.
He has IBS, okay? Jeez.
You called me for a red directive, sir? Oh, there you are. My remote control's out of batteries. I want to turn on the game. Could you just handle that for me? The television is voice activated and 5 feet away from you. And I like the remote, though. It has a nostalgic charm. Jesus, here's some fucking batteries. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
What is that?
I don't know, Kovich.
Anyway, the point is,
but yeah,
I like the idea of Rayner. I look forward to seeing how well they execute it.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, like, season, 3, we meet, like, our main sort of, what's the word? Perspective into sort of the era is Vance, who is like...
book.
Sorry, I mean Starfleet perspective into the era is Vance. Yes, specifically. Yes, different angles of the perspective. And he's like, I'm just trying to hold shit together. It's great that you want to do this stuff, but I don't know. But he's like very quickly into the idea of like, all right, maybe we can fix this shit.
We like this jumpy ship of yours.
Yeah. Whereas, Rayner's a guy who like Vance was born into the Byrne era, is used to this like not post-scarcity thing.
I wonder what all his previous red directives were then, in that case. If probably someone at least Kovich level, if not like Kovich similar, was sending him on these things. He knows these are the most important things, and they trump any other like directives, prime or otherwise, or get a town of people killed with an avalanche. Like, no matter what, this is the only important part of your mission. Retrieve a thing, or whatever the task of the week is.
Yeah.
So he very much has the blinders on.
Which, like, also going back to the tribunal that they hold this week, where they're trying to hold Rayner accountable for something he didn't even do.
That's true.
He gave,
Maul and Locke could have done that on their own.
He gave them the idea to do the thing, which seems like it feels
like they wanted to fire him no matter what.
Yeah, it feels like, but also, I think it would have been more interesting if maybe he had caused the avalanche in the previous episode, because then it would make more sense that he's being held accountable in this way. But because there's always, I think, the excuse, it's like, listen, this was a red directive, bitch. Bring Kovich in here. Yeah, bring Kovich. Kovich will defend me. I was told, red directive, shove it up your ass.
They call Kovich. He's sitting on the toilet. He's like, I told you never to call this wall.
No, but like, I don't know. I just feel like Vance going down his ass about this avalanche thing. It's like, A, he didn't cause it. B, even if he had caused it, it's a red directive.
Well, see, this was, I think, this feels like it was only meant to be sort of a political thing. It was to keep the president happy.
Oh, that's right. Rillick was really the one that was pressing. It wasn't.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, even Vance kind of admits, like, look, yeah. I know you don't want to, like, rat out a fellow officer, but the fucking president's here.
That's a strange, little predicament they kind of put Michael in, like, because I did not really see why she was trying to cover for Rayner, because, like, they probably have on recordings all, like, the conversations they were having of her yelling, like, no, Rayner, what you're saying is the incorrect opportunity. We're going to do the thing I want to do.
Yeah, but because they were all screamed into whatever comm system was recording them, the people just couldn't listen to them and were like, you know what, who gives a shit? Bring her in here and see what she says.
It's also like, it's a yes or no question, and then Michael's like, okay, yes, I disagreed with him. Because he's a piece of fucking shit and I fucking hate his guts!
Yeah, why? That's what I don't understand, is why she's being, like, purposely shady about what she said in the thing.
Well, she probably feels like some amount of loyalty to a
Why?
Starfleet officer. I don't know.
But it's the right thing to tell the
I know, but they're
blue
like
code or whatever that the police won't rat on.
Blue directive.
Yeah.
Thin blue line or whatever.
Blue line, yeah. The blue brother. I don't know. But I mean, also like the Starfleet is just starting to kind of like pick back up again and like put the pieces back together, and they probably like need every hand they can get, and also like his like style of lawlessness or like whatever, like he's in a place where, 2 years ago, before everything started getting pulled back together, he probably could have pulled this off under the radar and never gotten in trouble, because like until Michael Burnham came and fixed/ruined everything, whichever perspective you want, like
the cause of and solution to the 32nd century.
Yeah, but like, everything changed, like not literally overnight, but like pretty close to overnight when she showed up. And I don't know, like, since Michael is the most important person in the universe, surely she can understand how someone might struggle with this kind of change.
That is a good point, though, that like it must be weird for some of these folks going from like, we have to kind of pretend we're upholding our old values to we actually are going to try now. And it's like, whoa, wait, I've been having fun.
Yeah, but it's like, but like now like the whole universe or galaxy or whatever is like watching you because you're trying to get everybody back and you're trying to keep it above board. And it's like, it was easier to like work in the shadows when you were not a thing, as much. So that's like, at least for me, like that's why Rayner is at least a little bit sympathetic.
Yeah, it's like he's gone from, like you said, it's gone from the old West to
the ancient West.
to suddenly like there's actually, I mean, that's kind of part of the tension of Red Dead Redemption. Actually, is even though it's a Western game, it's actually set in like I think 1910-ish. And so, like, the first town you come to, they do have, like, power lines and an automobile's getting brought in. And it's about this, like...
Damn, some rich bitch lived there, huh?
Yeah, and, like, the transition into kind of, like, modern, quote-unquote, civilization. And people straining against, like, but we were kind of out here because we wanted to get away from that. Mm. For all that maybe a lot of people wanted to fix things, maybe Rayner was happy with that world.
He obviously was, I mean... Anyway...
But that's not a reason for Michael to not answer the fucking question.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. We got just a little off course.
Yeah, I don't know, but I also think that putting Michael in that position...
With Rayner there next to her, that seemed weird.
Like, yeah, that's rough.
Like, that's not... I don't think that's what would actually happen.
Character aside,
I think it would be like, Michael would write a report and submit it.
Or at the very least, they'd have her in, like, a witness chair, not within punching distance.
Well, also, like, was that an official, like,
Tribunal
Seems to
inquiry?
be.
I didn't see a bell on that table, so I don't know.
Well, see, they lost the tradition of the bell during the burn, and no one
All
has told
bells
them.
were lost in the
Yes.
Bell incident.
The
Bell riots. Nice. I want to high five you, but I know we'll fuck it up. So
Alternate title for the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
that's pretty good, actually.
You know what else?
What?
Tell me.
Who were those other two dudes that had nothing throughout that
I
tribunal?
didn't even notice there were two other dudes until they had the wide shot at the
Yeah,
very
there
end
was
when they were leaving.
An alien, presumably Admiral, because he was in the same weird outfit as Vance.
Yeah, and then some other guy that may
I
or
didn't
may
know
not
this-
have been in a uniform.
I'm not
They
gonna
didn't show
lie.
him.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't notice the other. I
Oh, yeah,
saw
there were two
the
other
President, the other Admiral, and Dadmiral. I didn't realize there was a fourth.
No, there was a fourth guy next to Dadmiral, and I thought maybe it was like
Stenographer?
I just assumed it was like, oh, these are the panel that has been brought together to evaluate this incident.
You know what? Kovac, Jesus, no. You know what Rayner needed? Was an old-timey lawyer who refuses to use pads and just has a room full of real books.
There you go.
So
Or
I've
that
got Kirk
guy
off the
from
hook.
that Deep Space Nine episode.
You flatter me, sir. You flatter me.
Where's that guy?
All books were lost in the books riots.
The book
The
riot.
burn.
Ooh, the Booker riots.
Oh man, that's what we need
Grudge
to have.
peed on the wall.
Oh, gross, dude. Cat piss is the worst.
It
Yeah,
is.
tell me about
I
it.
love
lost
cats,
a lot of
but
books.
damn it.
Black Cat was being a prick one day.
Black Cat, you pissed on the books,
He
you
pissed
little
off.
monster.
That's why these bookcases over there all have glass doors on them now.
Smart.
That was just his literary review. Don't question his art, Warren.
Literary.
Apparently, he really hated Game of Thrones.
Not a George R. R.
He's-
Martin fan.
Well,
I feel
that's
like it.
fair.
I wrote down, because I'm just jumping around now, because fuck it. Look how fast Saru can run.
Oh my god, that one point where they clearly just put fast forward on Doug Jones.
Oh,
Yay.
man. It was
Like-
janky looking.
Yeah, it's like, guys, like, yes, okay, last week when you did it with Fred in the book, it was clearly like a little nod to Data, we get it. This week it just looked like the Munsters. And, like,
Saru's was he like walking?
well, no, it was just like, they clearly just had Doug Jones run and then just hit fast forward. They didn't do anything to make it look natural. It's very distracting.
Yeah, I was also distracted by it, because, we learned from, I think it was CV's Pacem Parabellum,
Sure.
that Kelpians run like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Which
like,
makes
sure.
no fucking sense with their physiology.
Yeah, no, not
Well,
at
they're-
all.
Well, the thing is, even though they're very tall, their bones are hollow.
They
so they're
no,
light.
that's
Like
not
birds.
how.
I
They
know.
should be quadrupeds.
I
then.
know.
If they can run that
Here's what it
fast.
is. When they really run fast,
Uh-oh.
their legs, instead of running like normal legs, they just start spinning like wheels.
Oh, like
Oh.
Sonic.
Like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go real fast.
Yeah.
It starts catching rings.
That's not where I thought you were going with that, so I appreciate it.
I thought that the dialogue in this episode was terrible.
Ooh, tell me more.
Like, just, or not, maybe it wasn't even the dialogue so much as, like, the content of the conversations they were giving us. Which I know that
It's
that
like,
is...
remember
like,
you didn't
that's-
like each other in season
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah.
Remember?
And not just them, though. Like, and again, like, I get that that is dialogue, I guess. The content of a conversation is dialogue. But it's like, her being like, Saru, you can't distract the explodo-trons, or whatever you called them.
Oh, yeah.
You're about to get married if something happens. And
Tarina
he's like...
will be so sad. And he's like, she's a Vulcan. She won't.
Yeah, no, she won't.
She'll pretend she's not. Let's begin fair.
But, like, just like the idea of it, it's like, Michael, what the fuck are you talking about? And then, like, what else was there? There was,
I didn't like.
the scene when Adira was talking to Tilly and was like, I love Gray, but I'm fucking glad he's gone. And Tilly's like, but Tilly's like, I was just telling you about how I wasn't sure how to deal with my students. She's like, yeah, I really got to figure out what to do with those kids. And Adira's like, yeah, anyway, Gray's gone, and I think that's great.
Yeah, it was two conversations that had no overlap. It was just the two of us
Yeah.
giving them the update.
it was like they wanted to have that
Reminder, these two characters have progressed slightly.
yeah, but they didn't have a natural place to put it, so it just got fucking not ham-boned. What's the word I want?
Wedged.
Like wedged in. Is that the
this
crowbar?
this
Crowbarred.
gesture.
It got crowbarred in.
It got Shake weight?
Shake weighted in. There you go.
Yeah, it got crowbarred into that scene.
No, it's not crowbar. That's not it. I don't know. Anyway, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was lots of that. Like, I feel like the whole episode was like, let's have these stupid conversations that don't make any sense.
It felt like this was a catch-up episode, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, they should have done that shit last week. I don't want to be on the second episode of a season and still doing
last
fucking
week was
bullshit.
introducing
the conflict,
and then this episode is like, oh, by the way, we need to catch up with all
Wasn't
the characters.
even that difficult of a conflict to explain.
No,
We could
it
have done
wasn't,
this too. Like, come on.
We're also introducing the theme for the season, which
relationships.
No, not the one I was going for.
Oh.
Finding meaning in things.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we
That's what
here?
I thought she was going to say.
What's the meaning?
That annoyed me was when she's like, oh, they don't get the meaning of the mission. And it's like, Tills, friend,
Tell him.
not every mission has a meaning. I get that you're explorers, it's all very deep and wonderful, but sometimes you're just beaming a geologist down to get a rock and go, yep, it's a rock.
It's the rock we expected it to be.
And
Or, it's not.
Do you smell what this rock's cooking?
Oh. Teriyaki.
Yum.
Terry rock.
Sunkatse.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, and again, like, it just harkens back to, like, you know, most, like, military persons don't get to be like, General, I'm gonna need you to explain exactly why you're asking me to do this, because, like, while I think that it is good to question orders, because not questioning orders is fucked up, like, if you're in the military and you question orders, you're gonna be discharged.
Yeah, we definitely get the impression that Rayner never asks questions. He does what the Red Directives tells him to.
Yeah.
Like, what's the meaning? Like, we're going to solve 5 different... there's 10 episodes, so 8 more puzzles, because it's like a puzzle per episode.
Well, seven more puzzles with a showdown episode at the end, I would guess, no?
We'll see.
All right.
Yeah,
right.
I think there's a lot of puzzles. And granted, I like puzzles. I've said this before. I actually thought it was very clever to, like, see this Romulan poetry thing.
Yeah.
It seems very Romulan to me that they would have this cute little poem thing. The fact that it's all very intelligently designed. Speaking of the chase, fuck, god damn it, that this puzzle is going to have all these stages specifically set out for the Discovery crew in particular to solve. It's going to get more and more contrived as we go, so prepare for that.
That's you know, like, it's so dumb, but it's also so good. Like, whoever came up with this aspect of the season,
the puzzle aspect,
understands
scavenger hunt
the
season.
Romulans. They're like, he is going to set up stuff that is so fucking stupid and relies on so many things. Because imagine, like, let's say this wasn't found when it was. Let's say it was found even later by a culture that had no understanding of Romulans.
Right, because you need to know, like, the fact that the things that they're expecting you to know about the different puzzle solutions.
Yeah.
Blows my mind that a single person is the architect, because it's a Telev, I think we learned his name was.
Yeah, something like that.
The Romulan dude from the chase is creating this whole thing by himself.
Yeah.
Which is astoundingly stupid. But we're going to run with it because it's the only thing that's going to hold the season together.
Well, the other thing that's interesting is if you don't know about the events of the chase, there's no reason to do this. There's no reason to even do this scavenger hunt.
That's true, too,
Because the little book doesn't...
you don't mean the audience, you mean the characters.
No, I mean the characters, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, you're right. You're right.
Like, otherwise, I'd just be like, if I found that puzzle box...
It's a cool puzzle box.
It is.
I want one.
And I didn't know about the progenitors and all this stuff, I would just be like, okay.
Maybe there was more detail in the book about why it's special, but yeah, no, it's
Everybody knows everything about all the time, every time.
I mean, so this I don't think is a spoiler, but needless to say, they will solve the puzzle.
What?
I know. But
Michael, by herself.
I realize the reason this fucking typically Romulan, needlessly complicated plot works, unlike so many of the others, is because, and this is why he was Romulus's greatest genius. He understood that the key element had to be someone that wasn't a Romulan had to become involved, because they self-defeat too often. Outsiders had to come in and make it work.
So what have we had to do so far to solve things? Someone had to solve the original puzzle box.
Yep.
We got Fred to do that because I feel like anyone eventually could have solved the puzzle.
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
It's not that great a clue.
Well, that's the thing. You build in complexity in a puzzle. You know, if you start off with your hardest one, that's going to, one, potentially deter people from even wanting to continue, and two, just from a storytelling perspective, and, you know, Teller's a storyteller here, he's like, well, I can't start with the really good one, then have it get easier throughout. That's just boring. That's bad game design.
True.
Should there be a team working on this?
Goodness, yes.
Because right now it's only Michael solving things, and I forget if it's her or maybe Tilly and Adira or somebody. They figure out where the planet with 2 moons is. That's fine. They figured out that planet.
Yep.
Understood. They find where on the planet to go because it's the one place that there's ever a double eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't make sense when you think about how astronomy works. Unless these are... No, because they couldn't be tidally locked planets, because that wouldn't work. Because then the eclipse would be happening all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, though.
Maybe one of the moons is tidally locked and the other one has to go in front of it sometimes?
I thought they said that the moons are always in perfect alignment.
I missed. Always an eclipse, then?
Yeah, you'd think.
That's the thing that... When I first saw, showing, where on the planet you can see the eclipse, because, you know, eclipses are cool. I like eclipses.
Yeah, sure.
And when you watch, when you see, a map of, you know, if there's an upcoming eclipse, they'll show you, the stripe across the planet where the eclipse will be visible. And it's never the same place every fucking 1,000 years. Yeah. It moves around depending on the angles.
What if it was, a thing where, okay, so you have a sun, you have a moon, and then you have another moon. So sometimes you get you get 2 moons in the sky. Sometimes one of them goes in front of the sun, and then you get a single eclipse. Mm-hmm. But if both moons and the sun are all in alignment, you would get...
You can't put the sun between the moons.
No.
That wouldn't work.
I'm saying you would never have a situation where you would have one moon eclipsing the sun, and then another moon just kind of hanging out, because you just have another moon. Mm. In this case, you would have 0 moons, because both moons would be eclipsing the sun.
2 moons, 2 Rikers. 1 + 1.
I don't know.
+2 +... this doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think it's just it's the one. I don't know.
They said eclipse because it is a phenomenon that most people will recognize.
What's interesting though is that the relative sizing and spacing of Earth and its moon is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, which is why why a certain percentage of people believe the moon is fake, because they think that it's too perfect because of the placement and the size.
It's because
I haven't heard this one.
It's because of the way the moon was formed. It was it wasn't I guess most planets.
Yeah, by aliens way far away that brought it here.
Most moons are
the moon is an optical illusion.
Passing objects that just get caught in this orbit, whereas our moon is 2 planets collided. It was Earth and a Mars-sized object collided.
Yeah, but the fact that the moon and the sun appear the same size in our sky at their relative distances and sizes is random as shit.
People think in the distant future, when we have contact with aliens, aliens might come to Earth to
watch the eclipse
because it's the only place in the galaxy where the moon and the sun is the same relative size.
Well, if you just go to just a random spot in the middle of space and where they line up,
but you can stand on a planet.
That's fine. But they have starships.
And the other thing is, because the moon is slowly, very, very slowly pulling away from the Earth, and the sun is getting larger potentially.
Like Leon.
Yes. I think eclipses are fleeting. Eventually, the moon will be...
Eventually, it'll only be that ring instead of the...
Yeah, you'll never get a totality.
The total eclipse.
I am very amused by the idea that the moon is actually a fucking duck blind. And that the aliens purposely did it that way just to fuck with us a little, / give us a clue.
There you go.
Like the chase.
Anyway,
yeah.
The Romulans did it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the Romulans.
The double eclipse or whatever on this planet, it didn't bother me, but I also didn't think about it too much.
I got immediately bothered because they show it on the thing. Here's where the shadow is, and I'm like, it wouldn't only be right there.
See, I didn't think about that, and you're right. But it's I was just so glad. It's okay, at least they're not conveniently there when the once in every 7 years eclipse is happening.
I feel like it has to be. I feel like that's the only way it would work. Because what if it were like a say Stonehenge or something where there's a certain light thing that happens on a solstice or an equinox or one of them. What if it were like that and the place was only revealed during one of these eclipses, and they'd have to wait 10,000 years.
That's the problem. That's just a bit to The Hobbit, isn't it?
It's like it's the Well of Souls.
What's that from?
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ah.
It's
not every 10,000
Yeah,
years. It's a certain time of day.
Yeah. At most you wait a day if you fucked up.
But, yeah.
Whereas
but you also have to have a staff that's exactly the right length.
Which actually, oh my god. They ripped off Indiana. Well, yeah, this is the Indiana Jones season. But remember, the reason the Nazis dig in the wrong place is because
they only had half of it.
Yeah, they had like a counterfeit version or something.
No, it was because Tote, the face melting glasses guy, who went to steal the can't remember what it was called.
Right, he had the burn in his hand.
And he didn't actually, he's tried to steal it from Marion, and he didn't.
Right.
It fell in the fire, and when he grabbed it, it burned branded his hand, but it only branded the one side that he was holding.
And they didn't have the back.
So the front side is like, okay, make a staff that's 3 feet, 3 feet plus 5 feet, and then on the back is like minus 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
By the way, go to trail.
Why couldn't you have just said 5.5 feet? Why we
because it was ancient peoples doing crazy shit.
It was a Romulan. The Romulans taught the Egyptians how to build pyramids and put puzzles in their medallions.
Okay, so the next stage of the puzzle. So we figured out where the eclipse happens every so often. So that's the location that we're going to. The next phase of the puzzle, if you survived the explodo-drones. Which you
won't, by the way.
Some other people that we see didn't. So some other people were on this trail before,
or those people obviously didn't have a Saru.
Yeah, or were they just robbers? Who knows? Was to find this particular tablet or something that has the riddle on it, which is what did I call it? A Revlav? Yeah, Revlav, which is a Romulan poem.
Sure.
And Michael knows suddenly everything about Romulan culture.
No, she always did. You just didn't ask.
She couldn't have in the past because they didn't even know who Romulans were.
I was just kidding.
So that's where I'm a little bit like, pause. Why and how does Michael in particular know all of this? Like, she knows, like, oh, Revlavs always have 5 stanzas. Where's the 5th stanza? Oh, wait, in Romulan culture, and this is the where it's so stretchy that it breaks credulity. Oh, wait, in Romulan culture, they have 2 doors on a house. The first door, Jesus God, it's so stretchy. The first door is for, the Girl Scouts to sell their cookies at, and I will buy all of them. The back door is where family enters because they are welcome to sneak up on you, I guess. Let's check the back, which should be obvious even without knowing that little detail about Romulan culture, but also...
But then it was the underneath.
Arg blarg, son of a bitch.
I mean, here's the thing. You could say...
Could I?
And it would make sense, potentially.
Which thing are you trying to solve?
Oh, no,
Michael knowing it all?
Michael knowing it all, because
Michael's mom is a lot.
Well, no, Michael is a something...
Anthropologist.
So she would know a lot about alien cultures, except at the time that she was trained as a xenoanthropologist, we had no contact with the Romulans and knew nothing about them. And that's an entire plot point.
The only thing that I would wonder is when she learns that, her favorite planet, Vulcan, and Romulus reunify in Reunification 3. Yep. Just Unification 3. To become Navarre. And also Mom is a Quatmalat. So I wonder if Michael's like...
a lot of reading.
I want to learn everything about Romulans now. And I'm just gonna...
See, but when did she have time to do that?
We don't know exactly how much time, has passed between seasons.
Oh, that's good.
It's whatever the most convenient amount of time is.
Yeah. See, I was kind of thinking that's like, okay, so maybe she read up on them because and this and that. And it's like...
But these are specific details.
I mean, I would say, I could imagine now that they know they're on the trail of a puzzle left behind by a 24th century Romulan. They might have sat down and reviewed, like, all right, what do we have about these lunatics?
How many doors do they have in their house? We must establish that. That's important.
Interestingly, it just occurred to me to Google.
What rhyme scheme do they use in their Revlabs?
I do feel like, if you were doing an in-depth overview of the Romulans from like a strategic, let's learn about them perspective.
Oh, like Book did with Mullen Locke.
One of the things you certainly would not be included unless you were like a Romulan expert.
Yeah.
Is how many doors are on their house.
Yeah, I will say.
And why? Specifically why?
I did Google, because, so much of the Romulans is based on Rome. So, like, all right, I wonder if there's a thing the Romans actually did. Not exactly. Painted doors were used frequently in the decoration of both first and second style interiors of Roman villas. An example is the villa of Julius Polybius in Pompeii, where a false door is painted on the wall opposite a real door
So that Wile E. Coyote can run into it.
Nice.
to achieve symmetry. Apart from creating architectural balance, they could serve to make the villa seem larger than it really was.
Oh, wow.
Imagine being so stupid, though, to look at a painted door and go like, I wonder where that leads, but then not, what?
What witchcraft is this?
I see a red door and it was a painted door.
Yeah, but I do kind of wonder if it's like one of the writers had heard something about Romans having false doors, didn't realize it wasn't quite that literal, and they were like, we're gonna have the Romulans do that.
Wasn't there a thing in, oh god, the fucking Leonardo da Vinci episode of Voyager?
Oh god.
Where they're doing something and they realize, oh, the door that we should enter is going to be the one that the sun will be not facing, so that when people try to enter it, the sun is in their eyes?
No, that was they.
How did that work? It was something stupid.
They came from the angle they did so that the sun would be in people's eyes.
Yeah.
Strategery.
And that's actually a pretty normal strategy in aerial warfare.
Which is, well, yeah, if you know at what time of day someone's going to do something, but
Yes.
you can go to someone's house at night.
Yeah, I forgot how stupid that episode was, though.
How?
I kind of forgot that episode existed until you mentioned it.
Fair.
And then I was like, oh yeah, John Rhys Davies. Oh yeah, John Rhys Davies.
Least of a good actor.
Seriously.
Katerina.
Yeah, but imagine how much more unbearable that episode would have been if it wasn't him.
True.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
waste of a good actor, but
Mm.
like it wasn't so bad that it was instantly memorable in like a visceral, painful kind of way.
Yeah,
So
like the Tribbles episode of Short Treks.
Oh,
Or it's like,
idiot.
again, a terrible episode, but it would have maybe been a little more bearable in that one where, from Enterprise, where Trip and the, like, princess are in a little fucking shuttle together.
Precious Cargo?
Yeah,
No,
and
nothing would
she
have
was...
made that better.
No, again, it still would have been a terrible episode, but it would have been a little less horrible if there'd been a better actor
If
opposite
she'd been
Trip.
playing by John Rhys Davies.
Yes!
Mm.
Trip! He's still Leonardo da Vinci for some
He's
reason.
still Leonardo DiCaprio. I like that.
Yeah, so this Arsenal of Freedom situation.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Yeah.
We solved through the most techno-babble I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, it was. I kind of fell asleep at the time.
How, I can't
Me
remember,
too,
how did
and I
this...
was driving at the time, so it was dangerous.
Well, Rayner had to come in and remind us to think that, to remember that this is all tech that's
Oh,
old.
yeah. Sorry, not that. How did they solve Arsenal of Freedom? I couldn't remember, and I
Arsenal
meant to
of
look it
Freedom.
up.
I don't.
Wasn't there like a
remember.
computer there?
Oh, yeah,
They figured
yeah,
out that it was
Picard found the
Cockney
computer in
rhyming
the
Picard
slang.
and Bev fell into the computer.
Right,
that's what
right.
it was.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing. She was like, my Nana taught me herb healing or something.
Let
She
me
also told me to
have
fuck
roots.
candles.
Was that the same Nana?
Presumably.
Nana.
That's me other grandfather.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying games.
Yeah, it was the most techno-babble we've heard in possibly ever. Where it's Adira and Tilly trying to figure out how to disarm the drones. Rayner jumps in with more techno-babble on top of that. Michael and Saru are techno-babbling about how to put the gun in a thing's head or something. Was Saru's point just to lead drones away?
Yeah,
while
he
Michael
was
did
to
that?
draw a
Okay.
fire.
Distract them while Michael because they needed an EMP.
Yep.
But
Which, they really don't have EMP shielding by the... Well,
but also there's an ancient civilization. But
Well,
that's
but-
the thing that I didn't get though. Like Rayner's thing is like, oh, you have to think like olden times, and it's like, but this is another species. This is another planet. We don't know
That's a
their
good
technology.
point.
You're thinking in terms of like Federation.
Well,
I mean,
but they did know because they were like, oh, like what kind of whatever did they
Did
use
they-
to power their ship? So they knew something
They
about
read
them.
their Memory Alpha article.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but they
there
also...
you go.
But Rayner or Saru, one of them, did mention that EMPs can still fuck up modern Federation tech too. And it's like, you still haven't worked out EMP
I
shielding?
think it was
Yeah.
Saru.
It's the fucking 32nd century, guys. Come on.
They've been busy, Chris.
Maybe after the burn, they had to revert to like older technology.
There we go.
It's like, oh, we can't do, quintronics anymore. Quadratronics are out the window.
Back to duotronics?
Duotronics.
That went so well in the Ultimate Computer. Or was that...
No, duotronics is what the Enterprise is made out of. The Ultimate Computer was the next.
Yeah.
Because Daystrom made his name with duotronics.
That's right.
And the M5 was going to be his magnum opus.
Boy, we've talked about a lot of other Star Trek today.
I liked that we see that Saru's head quills still work.
Yeah, it's been
That's-
hot.
we
That's
haven't
a
seen
good
those in a
time.
minute.
I'm glad that he survived this episode.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't love? There's one line in particular I didn't love
Oh, which one?
that I want to highlight.
Was it the Stamets line?
No.
I'm going to come back around to the Stamets
That's fine
line.
too.
I
No,
have
the
a Stamets thought,
the
too.
specific one I wanted to highlight though is when they're hiding in these ruins from the drones.
Yeah.
And it's purely to make a joke that the audience would go. And like Michael says something to the effect to Tilly, who's on the ship and has no idea what's going on. She goes, "Our foot's disappear. Our foot's getting shot or something. Something about our foot."
Yeah, because they were underneath a big old.
And it just
foot statue.
served to confuse Tilly.
Yeah.
And Tilly's line reading of that was terrible.
Oh yeah, but
is something wrong with your foot?
yeah, exactly.
Who
Like,
lost a foot?
like Michael,
Would have
just
just
say our cover,
yeah.
our cover is being shot. Help us.
Yeah, it's specifically for the audience to see the dramatic irony of it and be like, "Oh, Tilly doesn't get it.
Foot!
Tilly
It's
wouldn't
literally
know."
a foot of a statue. I don't know. It's just like
Okay,
this is
assume
life or death situation.
Assume because we're working with a universal translator that she actually said our cover, but the universal translator made it foot for us so that we would get a chuckle.
So, but
then
also
Tilly wouldn't-
But Tilly didn't get it either.
But whatever, fuck Tilly. What do you want me to tell you?
But also, Tilly and Michael are probably speaking the same language, maybe?
I also like that. Like,
I don't know. She might be speaking Vulcan.
That's a good point.
Michael,
I
I
didn't
mean.
think of that.
I mean, she was raised on Vulcan. I mean, I guess she had.
Human parents for a while.
But did they speak English or whatever? Like, what were they
Yeah,
speaking? Who
everyone speaks
knows?
English.
Anyway.
with the universal translator, everyone just talks baby talk.
Everyone
universal
learns language.
the-
Wow.
yeah, the universal translator just figures it out.
Is the universal translator? What are they gonna? Never mind.
This could be the best. This could be the best fan theory since literacy isn't widespread in the Star Wars universe.
Why? What is?
How is that proven?
I saw a thing on it once.
Have you seen their writing? It's indecipherable.
But just the fact that like
To us,
we don't act like that. The thing is, there
no
are
one ever reads something.
people do, but it's very rare. So it's not that illiteracy is complete, but that literacy might actually be not super common in the world of Star Wars. I don't think that I buy it, but I kind of see
Well,
where
they
they're
have
coming
like
from.
hologram messages.
Yeah, I
they
was
don't
gonna
have
say
to. Yeah, the way that they communicate, they can just send a voicemail.
Yeah, that's the thing. So the theory is you rarely do see anyone read anything. Like, one of the few times you see anyone read is when Obi-Wan's looking at a meter in the Death Star in the original movie.
I'm
Well, he's old.
guessing that Obi-Wan can read. I bet you Anakin and Luke cannot.
Oh, Anakin definitely can't. They weren't going to let him learn to read.
Right,
Luke
but- and,
might
like-
be able to because there is a readout that's giving him the text of what R2 is saying in his X-Wing, and he seems to read it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I thought he just could understand R2.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
he's
not
using
clear.
the Force.
Sorry, I got off the course. But yeah, so so yes, theory,
Yeah.
Star Trek, everyone just babbles.
Yeah, and the universal translator takes care of the rest.
Speaking of Star Wars, I felt like the scene where they're trying to get... So, there's the scene where they're getting... The Explodotron bots are flying around, and they're calling to Tilly, and Tilly's like having a conversation back and forth with, who was it? Like Adira is with her there. And all I could think was, I want to overlay what she and Adira are saying to each other to what 3PO and R2-D2 are saying to each other while...
Oh, well, they're in the trash compactor. Nice.
Because this one had big 3PO energy. And then...
I love that scene.
I know, it's a good one.
Man, you know what-
the master, I've killed them all.
You know what would have helped this scene is if instead of cutting back and forth, we'd had triple panels like last week.
No
Yeah.
more panels.
Who would have been the third panel? Linus? as usual?
Kovic on the toilet.
Or that. I was going to just say Rayner.
Was
Oh,
any, was
well, he was
anybody
there.
bothered-
Oh,
was anybody
yeah.
bothered that Rayner apparently can just like
Zoom in
whenever
he wants.
wherever
yeah.
he is,
yes.
listen to any conversation, and it's like, wait, were you listening to us the whole time?
not-
Retroactive.
That's basically what he said. I'm allowed to do it because Red directed.
Do you have
I
our
don't think
entire
he said-
ship bugged?
I don't think he said I'm allowed to do it. I think he just said I do it because
He
I don't know.
do-doos, all right.
He do.
Yeah, I've been watching your whole ship.
Speaking of Kovic,
What's with that lizard asshole who still can't figure out his fucking teleporter?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kovic is always there. Gabrielle Burnham somehow, because we remember she did that when she was the Red Angel. Always watched Michael Creepy.
Zora
theme
is
of
the
show-
ship.
The theme of the show is voyeurism.
Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to bring up, so we got the other thing is the book looking into Maul and Locke thing. He decides to trick them because apparently Maul and Locke are stupid as hell.
I mean, that tracks. They're like babies.
They're like, oh, I'll pretend to be a different courier because I see that they are thrill seekers because also barrel roll or something. The barrel roll served a lot of purposes. And I'm going to say, I have a great courier gig for you or a cool treasure to find or something. The thing is, their priority should be the thing they're already doing. I don't know why they took this bait. It's very bad.
Well, I think didn't he tell them he wanted to buy the book? But if they didn't want to sell it anyway, why would they
want
call
to
him
sell
back? Yeah,
They just want to know who this person is, but then they shouldn't. They should know it's a trap.
Yeah, I will say
morons in that scene.
They're like my grandmother trying to tell my dad that it's okay that she's texting with complete strangers. She's like, no, I'm just toying with them. I'm just toying with them.
I will say, like, saying, oh, they did a silly little barrel roll. Maybe they're thrill seekers. Like, okay, I guess I'll give you that. They're in love. Whoa.
Jake, you must not love me because we've never done a barrel roll in the car.
Oh my god.
Bookship used to do all kinds of fancy maneuvers.
Because he was in love with Michael.
And the ship.
And Grudge.
Especially Grudge.
And fucking dipshit last season.
Doesn't the Discovery do a barrel roll every time it jumps?
Well, that ship is just full of familial love.
So much love.
They're a huge found
Love
family,
ship.
just spinning constantly.
Yeah. The other thing I'm going to pick on in that scene so Book puts out the, I have a toy, I have an obvious distraction over here, look over there, and he sends it out to Maul and Locke. And literally a second later, Stamets is like, did it work? It doesn't appear to be working. And
I know, that was annoying.
And I'm like, dude, why are you like this?
Well, it was really... He felt a lot like Season 1 Stamets in this scene, because, like... You're like, oh, no, it's like, buddy, they already all heard Book say what he was going to do. If this is about secrecy, it is too fucking late, buddy. I know you're in a mood because they chose the other engine, but Jesus, don't go back to Season 1 Stamets.
So, we find out that...
Or as I would have called it at the time, Stamets.
So Maul, we find out Maul's real name
is Priss.
What was it,
Blade Runner? Is that a Blade Runner show?
I always thought her hair and her like dusky eye makeup always gave me vague Priss vibes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry, but yes, Maul is actually
Molly?
Malene or Melina or some shit.
Molly O'Brien the 16th.
Oh my god.
That's
And then they bring O'Brien back and he's like, my suffering will never end.
I'm fucking immortal, it sucks.
Yes, but more importantly, we find out that she's Book's stepsister or something.
The closest thing he has left to family because Leto is destroyed. Thank God.
But is she?
I'm sure she has no idea who he is.
She's never met him.
But is she Quajani? Or is
she's
Cleveland Booker IV was human.
Oh, that's
right. He was the Dread Pirate Roberts.
He was the Dread Pirate Roberts. That's right.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Yes, David Ajala and his pain carried last season, but we've kind of. I mean, I know it's real life doesn't let you do this, but this is a television show. We've kind of dealt with that. We don't need this extra angle of like she's kind of family to me. It's like what? That's a bit fucking convenient.
Yeah, it's a bit.
That's
it makes
true.
the universe really small.
Tiny universe.
It's very it's another Star Wars.
I was gonna say another Star Wars thing. Yeah.
Oh, she's actually Skywalker after all.
Were they accidentally writing Star Wars this season?
I think they were.
Yeah, and again, not as bad.
And
as
the music too. I did notice because we watched that Cliff fucking scene.
Yeah, like last episode was way worse, but this season too, especially during the drone fight scene, was very like. There were definitely some Star Wars-y moments. It's like, guys, come on. You have your own style.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, I find them interesting as an idea. They didn't need the connection to Book.
No.
The idea of, like, I can kind of read them because they're couriers too. Sure, fine, great.
Yeah,
couriers are a dime a dozen.
I know how couriers are. I know, they seem like bad people. They seem like they were people that didn't give enough of a shit not to try and murder an entire city. So they're probably not very redeemable, at least.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there. I do remember really liking Locke, so we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they were fun characters. But yeah, the connection to book feels unnecessary.
Yeah, speaking of connections to book, remind me, because I may have been slightly tuned out during this scene. I think it's Vance and or Rilek being like, "Are you going to be okay working with Book?"
Vance.
Wait, no, working with Book. Vance said it, not working with Vance.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Vance,
my bad.
Vance was like, "Hey, Michael, are you okay if we let Book on your ship?"
Okay.
And I'm like,
presumably you will have to work with him more, and will it be awkward?
but are you just taking, like, the thing is, why are you even asking this question? Because you know the answer is sure judgment is going to be completely clouded.
Oh, it always is. We're
Like,
going to need 5 more Nons on ship.
You're going to need Non just to chaperone them at all times. And make sure that if there's an opportunity for Michael to send Book to his death, that she takes it.
You actually already solved this when you said a minute ago that the theme of this season is voyeurism. Vance fucking loves drama. And Zora is constantly reporting back to him about the shenanigans on Discovery. And he's like, oh, if I put Book back there, shit's gonna happen.
Don't rub the hands. It sounds awful on the recording.
Does it?
It does.
Really?
Loving you.
Yeah, so Michael and Book, less in love now. But you know who else is in love? Everyone in our blogtivity this week. Because we're continuing our Valentine's Day trend. And talking about romances throughout all of Star Trek. And again, only trying to focus on the ones that are meaningful in some way. Because, Jesus God, if we're in TNGee this week, Riker just horn dogs it up.
He fucks.
I if we're talking meaningful, then technically none of Geordi should be in here because they're all just creepy and wrong.
They're meaningful to our conversation.
Yes, yeah.
His relationship to his right hand is very meaningful.
There we go.
Geordi, no.
No, his best relationship is Data, but that's not romantic.
I was all, well,
And we have a BFF one later.
Yeah.
Here's
series.
the thing. Geordi doesn't let other people's feelings interfere with his romantic relationships. Maybe him and Data is a romantic relationship, and Data just doesn't know it.
Oh, no.
I am all for shipping, but I think we also have an representation of just close male friendship in media in general that isn't based around like.
Okay, you see in media in general, because at some point we are going to do our BFFs week.
Yeah.
And there's actually a ton in Star Trek.
Yeah, but in general,
all
like
gay.
a lot. That's what I mean. Like I feel like Star Trek people are like, oh man, two
Most
men
of them are, though.
are friends in like a non-toxic way. They must be lovers. It's like maybe they're just actually, and I'm not in a historian sense. I'm all about representation, but I feel like we also need more representation of different kinds of male friendship because I feel like
Well, that's why I like that Julian had O'Brien as his bro, and Garrick as his hoe.
tension, Like when people try to ship him and O'Brien, it's like no, they're just really good friends.
You know, they're not even like.
And I wouldn't ship anyone with O'Brien. But that's next week. This week.
Yes, this week.
This week we're doing TNGee,
Sorry.
and we're going to save O'Brien for next week with DS9.
Yeah, it's more his show.
Let's jump through and go chronologically-ish, but the first couple ones are going to be kind of like the recurrings, because we start off in the very first episode, Encounter at Farpoint, knowing that Riker and Troy were a thing, and they'll be on and off forever and ever, amen. What did you guys think of Riker and Troy together?
You know, I never settled on how I felt. I think because it was so like I'm sure we'll discuss this in a second too, but I feel like both his and her relationship were told like, oh yeah, they were together and maybe they're gonna get together, and they kind of pulled the same bullshit with Picard and Bev, and it's like
that's next slide.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, because of the nature of them sort of trying to tell us it was a thing,
they always cared about each other
very
clearly. It was always consensual when they did or didn't, hook up.
Yeah, but I don't know that I ever they finally wind up together, but it was kind of like, hey, that's fine. But I don't know if I felt like, finally.
It wasn't a relationship I was terribly invested in. I guess I was more interested in the idea that they had formerly been a couple. Yeah. And that they were no longer, and that the impressive thing was that they were able to work together as adults.
Like an Encounter at Farpoint, where there's almost a moment of, oh, will they be tens? And no, they're adults.
It's like, no, we're grown-ups. We had a thing. It's over now, and we can be friends.
And then grow that beard back.
And that's why, and I think that really worked for episodes where that was subverted for whatever reason. With the Trill. What's his name?
The one that borrowed Riker for a while?
Odan.
Odan.
He's later in the list.
And, there was the situation there. There was a situation when Tom Riker showed up.
Later in the list.
Where it's like, we're kind of subverting that idea that these are,
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked well for drama. So I like their idea of the relationship, but I too am like not super invested.
Yeah, it's like it's fine, and I feel like in the meta sense, like clearly Frakes and thank you, God, Sirtis like work really well together, so it's believable when they are making eyes at each other.
They're great in Imzadi, the novel, too.
I
it's
never
very
that.
sweet. Oh, get on it! It's so cute.
Yeah, again, I'm not against it, but I'm also just not like it's fine, it's good.
Here's the thing: I liked it until they paired Troy with Worf later in the slides. Yeah.
That's why I've been kind of holding off on that one too.
And then Riker was all jealous.
Right. Well, that's not even the jealousy. It's just that I love the idea of Worf and Troy together. Like, to me, that's great. I love it. It's like they're so opposite end of the spectrum, but also you have like that kind of real talk thing where she's like, I know, like, I'm kind of your girlfriend and you're like kind of having trouble with your son, and like, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was much more interesting than like these two really pretty humans used to bump uglies, or no, she's not human, but you know what I mean.
She's half human.
Yeah. Oh, true.
The bottom half is human. So those are the uglies.
The top half is a fish.
That's exactly what I was. Why could you be the other kind?
But
there's always a Futurama line.
But yeah, anyway, I think I liked them together fine, but like when I learned that there was a better option, I preferred that option.
Well, there's going to be lots and lots of options to talk about, so let's move on. We've already brought up a little bit Picard and Crusher.
Never bought it.
Because they theoretically had some history. Picard got Jack killed for reasons. They toyed around, especially in the episode Attached, and I never bought it either.
Yeah, no, if they had just been like, they're close, but not romantically because they have this history, like, sure. Because that was the imprint, like, every one of their interactions felt like that. When they finally had a full-on episode where they were like, yeah, this is never gonna happen. Like, yes, good, because it's stupid and it shouldn't ever happen. That was great, though, yes.
Yeah, it's... Oh, I also just think that, similarly, they didn't, as far as we know, have, like, a romantic involvement prior to...
Yeah, no, as far as we know.
They were just... It was like...
You don't think she was cucking Jack?
Maybe.
Some people try to claim Wesley's Picard Jr., but I don't buy it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
there was a while when it was a fun running gag.
Yeah.
Mostly because it made all of their interactions that much more hilarious.
But I really, I like the idea better that, Beverly and Jack were in, obviously a relationship, and Picard...
They did the barrel roll.
And Picard,
they sure
barrel rolled all the time. And Picard was just like a friend of theirs. And they were very close as friends.
Yeah.
And that the fact that Picard contributed to Jack getting killed was like added a fair amount of awkwardness to their friendship, but that they, again, as adults, were able to move past it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like their attempted relationship was more a side effect of it was TV, it was the 80s, and you still couldn't just have men and women who were friends.
But
we can't even have men that are just friends in Star Trek. Never mind men and women.
But I don't know. I always kind of appreciated the writers of Star Trek for not making them a couple.
I know, but I feel like they occasionally...
But there were some writers that were like, we want it so much.
And those writers should have been told to reel it the fuck in. Because, I never bought them as a romantic couple.
Picard
Friends,
has better relationships.
Well, yeah, let's see if any of them are later in the list. The next one we have, this is in the Naked Now. And I still kind of love Data Tasha Yar.
Here's the thing, like, the way they get together is kind of messed up. But the fact that...
It affected him.
Yeah, it's
much.
One of, like... Even as episodic as TNGee was, like, his feelings for her were one of those things the writers remembered and it kept cropping up.
Yeah.
And proof that, Data's always had emotions. He just didn't know how to express them.
Yeah, we see it in Measure of a Man. We see it... There's another episode... I just think Measure of a Man twice. I might be thinking Measure of a Man twice.
Maybe.
Oh, it's actually in When She Dies. Skin of Evil.
Yeah.
Where he is really affected by it because he has these very conflicted feelings for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that... Again, the relationship doesn't do much for me, but the impact of it on Data is obviously significant.
Yeah, it's interesting in that, like, out of really a very bad episode grew this very interesting character development thing.
And just the fact that he like always had her hologram.
Little hollow,
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
how they
it's just...
prove he's more human.
Yeah.
Because he has this thing, this attachment.
I mean, that's literally one of the things that they use to prove that he is a...
Yeah, why did you keep this?
Yeah.
Why would you keep... You're a robot. Why would you keep this?
Yeah.
Of course he's a man. Look at this pussy hound. Am I right?
Hey.
Hey. Speaking of... let's move on to Troy and Wyatt Miller from Haven.
Wyatt
Is this
Derp.
her...
Wyatt Derp.
Is Wyatt Derp her betrothed?
Yes, the arranged marriage.
Wow, look at his pretty jawline, though.
He's a pretty boy, but he was not into her.
That haircut isn't pretty, though.
It's kind of like Amok Time, which we mentioned last week, where it's just like, wow, you couldn't have kept up with the person in your arranged marriage? No? Really? You'd think you'd keep up.
It's great, because I had forgotten all about him until I was going through the slideshow you sent. And right away, though, oh yeah, Wyatt Derp.
Yep.
This is our first Loaxana episode as well, right?
It
Doesn't
was,
she
yeah.
Was it?
Be
Wow.
like, hey, daughter, your husband's coming.
And I'm going to make it all about me.
I say pre Half-a-Life Loaxana. Ooh.
Yeah, this is like one of the episodes where it's like why Loaxana kind of has the reputation that she has as a fan.
Oh, it's too bad, man.
Yeah,
I
but she's an
love...
egomaniac in this episode.
Well, and also just like people don't like her. Like fans think she sucks, and it's because of things like this. Whereas there's a ton of great Loaxana.
There really are.
Yeah.
She's
But
like 50% good Loaxana.
Yeah.
Like, it's real. Like, there is a lot of shit, but
Oh yeah.
man, by
But when
Deep
it's
Space
good, it's
Nine,
good.
she's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by later TNGee, she's also great. But we'll talk about that another week.
But yeah, I don't know that... Like, I mean, I guess the whole point is it's not supposed to work, so it doesn't.
And yet they're still very sweet.
Yeah, but I don't think either of them is missing out on anything by going their separate ways.
If he hadn't found his plague girlfriend, I think they would have come to, at the very least, respect each other as equals.
Yes. She should have made him...
in a relationship.
She should have made him get a haircut, though.
I like the hair. Moving on, here's another one that I found it interesting because of the effect it has, and not necessarily because of the relationship itself, and that's Riker and Minuet in 11001001.
All right. Hot hologram.
She's just a hologram. He is just plowing this bitch. But we learn later on in Future Imperfect,
where that's how he figures out that they're
Yeah.
Oh,
actually
that's
a holodeck.
right.
Because,
that's right.
like-
Minuet is his wife.
because the hollow creation that Jean-Luc, what is his actual name? Barash, creates, found in his brain, oh, he really liked this woman. I'm going to make him his wife because he'll believe that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So it kind of a little bit of interesting, like, what does Riker feel about Minuet?
What does God need with a starship?
It's interesting. As far as our various hollow fucking goes, he didn't make somebody he knew like Barclay. He didn't
Or
delete
Geordi.
the wife like Janeway.
Right.
Like, he kind of just let her be her, but of course she had been enhanced by the Vinars, so... Yeah, I don't
To
know.
like jazz, specifically.
But not as good
You
as...
like jazz?
Not as good as Kira's body with Quark's head.
Classic.
That's my favorite romance.
Beautiful.
Oh, and that's Jeffrey Combs on Deep
Yes,
Space
it is.
Nine. That fucking
That is
creep.
Jeffrey Combs playing Minuet. Like,
It might have been.
That man's a chameleon.
Yeah, I just found that interesting
Yeah.
that she, out of fucking everyone, is the one that comes up again in that episode.
Have you heard the theory that the fuckery that the Binars did on the holodeck is what allowed the holodeck to create Moriarty?
Oh, I buy that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you think it would be happening more often
And
otherwise.
but the implication of that is that Minuet is
Sentient?
also a sentient person.
Well, we never told the... I mean, I guess...
We never told the...
Riker did tell it, make me a woman.
Create a whore big enough to seduce Riker.
So, Jim Kirk?
Big enough to keep Riker occupied for hours.
That's an interesting idea.
Fascinating. Here's one that I like, because it's, again, a very adult relationship, and this is Picard and Janice Mannheim in We'll Always Have Paris.
Yeah, this is one I had, again, completely forgotten about. Was it the same one with the weird, like, the dude had the, like, pipe organ that was literally pipes?
Yeah,
Like
that was part of
they
the
were
plot.
No,
look at how
they
80s
were just
she
at
is.
that little cafe.
Yeah, so this is Janice, who's one of Picard's old flames, and this is the woman that I think he chose Starfleet over her. Is how it kind of how it boiled down. Because for some reason you can't have both, and Picard specifically refused to try to have both.
It's more Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can't be a Jedi and have a wife, right?
My wife.
Yeah, and when she shows up with her husband who's in love with time, that's a different romance plot. Picard's like, I wonder if I could swoop in.
Can we get Time's number?
Fix that problem, that mistake I made ages ago.
Yeah, I don't remember this one super well. Like, again, like when I saw her in the slides, like, oh, right, her? Like, I don't know that I buy any of his relationships. I'm not gonna lie. He's just so stiff.
He's uptight, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't let himself enjoy things.
Yeah, he's kind of... It's gonna sound weird, but he's kind of like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Like King of the Hill, Hank Hill?
Yeah, there's an episode where they get into, like, why he's so uptight. Like, one event in his teen years made him become very... And I feel like maybe that's what it is. The stab in the heart.
If I enjoy things, bad things happen, and I lose football games.
Yeah, and that's literally Hank's motivation. Maybe that's what it is. He got stabbed in the heart, and that was his Hank breaking his ankle moment. And because they do talk about the fact that, yeah, he's got a lot of X-Flames. He was a bit of a wild card back in the day. Like, Baby Picard was what everyone thinks of. Baby Picard is what Kirk's reputation is.
Exactly, yeah.
But we don't see that. We see older...
They're very much the flip-flop of each other.
Yeah. Like, the Picard we see is the post-all-that Picard.
Yeah.
The post getting stabbed through the chest Picard.
Which will chill a guy out, I'll admit.
Jean-Luc Picard? Oh, are you going to get to him in Q?
Is
there a relationship in here?
No. That's if you want to bring it up in our shipping week.
I will. I will. Oh, is this the fellow who? Yes, I was gonna say who does not hear.
I'm doing a terrible job of telling you the slide before we start talking about the picture. But I did include transitions specifically to do that. Yeah. So this is Troy and Reva from Loud as a Whisper.
Yeah, I remember them being pretty good.
Who is the deaf mediator man.
I like them together.
And they were very beautiful together.
Good learning chemistry, like really good chemistry.
The language of love.
Yeah, I just remember his poor fucking chorus there getting nuked. It looked painful.
When they...
Great. We're talking romances, Chris.
I know.
Great effect, though.
Jesus God.
Well, nothing gets me horny like watching someone's assistants get blown up, so hopefully that led to some good romance.
But yeah, no, I remember them working really well off each other.
Yeah, they
were... It was sad, because he had to, stay behind to mediate or something,
he stayed behind to teach the two warring factions
how to
sign language.
Right, basically. So they could communicate with
him.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because he lost his chorus.
Right.
And he lost Troy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, they could come back.
Yeah, no, that was
Oh, no, those people almost certainly killed him.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Enterprise I think we decided, he is likely dead.
Oh, poor
They were very violent.
Moving on. Oh, this is my favorite, and this is Worf Kalar from the Emissary and Reunion. God damn, they're hot.
Yeah.
They are. But every time you see them, you're just like, sweetie, you could do so much better. What are you doing?
That's true. I think she's good for him because she tones him down.
Yeah.
She lets him enjoy things a little bit. But yeah, I feel like the onus is entirely on her in that relationship.
I mean, the thing, though, is also, if she wants to be with a Klingon, and most of the other Klingons we see throughout TNGee are just massive assholes. Worf, he might be an ice chest, but he's actually a good guy.
I actually think their perspectives might even round each other out because she's half human, half Klingon, and he's a Klingon raised by humans. So both of them, in a way, are kind of outsiders.
Yeah. You can definitely see why they work. Again, it's like, he is so lucky. He is just batting so far above his weight in this relationship. I mean, again, I think it's a great relationship, but he should be counting his lucky fucking stars.
Well, he probably was until Alexander came along, and then he was like,
fuck.
He
pretty consistently bats above his weight.
I should have pulled out.
The only other, I think, good husband Klingon, of course, was taken, and that is Martok, who was taken by his horrible bitch wife whom he loved.
Who let his dog out of his house and who he loves so much. I was just thinking about her the other day and just thinking about him and her
Sorella,
and how beautiful they are.
Excellent.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely
next
bring her
2 weeks from now, next week.
Somewhere, a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, sometime.
Next up, so this is specifically LaForge and the hologram of Leia Brahms, because the real Leia Brahms would not fucking allow this.
The real Leia Brahms was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? You don't know me.
This is another Binars situation. The Binars, they're always fucking with our holodecks.
I know, and like Riker with Minuet, this is one that has an effect on Geordi, but in a way that's just
So
gross.
unpleasant.
I mean, here's the thing. It's a parasocial relationship. I actually think this episode and the idea of the Leia Brahms hologram...
Very prescient.
It's very prescient. And it's like, actually, like, this is a thing. And
I mean,
I don't appreciate how... I think the worst part about this whole relationship is how... Honestly, it comes down to the very last scene that they have together.
Yeah.
Oh, in the second
the real
episode,
Leia and him, where
Galaxy's
they
Child.
were like, "Oh, sorry, I got so upset that you made a fuck puppet of me."
Sorry I got married without letting you know.
I changed
Weird.
my hair too.
But yeah, like,
So annoying.
you're right,
Fucking
though.
Geordi.
It's like, I mean, I think, people being sort of obsessed with people they don't know has always kind of been around.
Yeah.
But yeah, the modern
But don't
age...
act on it.
Yeah. But the modern age, it's like, it's one of those things, people are like, oh, people didn't do this before. It's like, no, people have always done this. We've just made it so much easier to do all of our terrible things. Like, everything we have created has been to make our bad... Like, have people always been fucking narcissists? Yes. Is it easier to be one thanks to social media? Yes. Have people always been obsessed with, like, celebrities? Yes. Is it easier for people to become pseudo-celebrities and have people obsessed with them because of social media and YouTube and Twitch and whatever? Yes. And again, this is just so prescient of that, like, I've fallen in love with a YouTuber, or my AI girlfriend now can be a thing.
Well,
And,
wasn't
Ask Grok to take her clothes off for
Mark
me.
David
I was thinking
Chapman?
about Grok,
Was he
yeah, gross.
Is it Mark David Chapman? The
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jodie Foster shot.
Oh.
no,
The guy
Mark David Chapman, I think, is the one that killed Lennon.
Yeah, but wasn't.
No, this guy took a shot at Reagan.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It was John.
And I can't remember what his name
Yes,
is.
John
Hinckley,
Hinckley.
that's it.
Who is it? A YouTuber now.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it does songs.
Is he out?
out of jail? Yeah.
I think out of the fuck.
Imagine trying to kill a president and getting out of jail. Don't you feel like
Oh, I
that
think
should
it's-
be fucking life without?
I think it's the trying to, and also I think they did deem him mentally unwell.
Yeah, I think
or
he was. He
something.
had psychological problems. Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was. You're right.
I know that this is not the point of this podcast, but I have to say that I think that if you have the feeling to kill someone and you act on it, you could arguably say that you have mental problems. And, like, I mean, I have to decide whether we give a shit about that or not, because I just feel like most people who are normally wired are not like, well, I hate this person and I'm going to shoot them. Like, that's not a normal response.
Time and again, we're proving that the answer is, do we care or not? The answer is not. In terms of, like, will there ever be litigation to help people with problems?
Oh, well, I don't mean that. But I also, I don't know, it's complicated. And I hate talking. Actually, I don't even want to talk about it. Because
Yeah, let's
I
move
feel
back to
like
Star Trek.
Star Trek. There's no death penalty in Star Trek, which is how it really should
Unless you go to
probably.
Talos 4.
Well...
Unless you go to Talos 4, unless you're Spock, in which case you can do it all you want.
And also, like, that must not be the rule anymore. Like, once they've
I'd
gone
imagine
back
not,
and they
no.
know. Like,
No.
so...
Who's next?
Next. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is Troy and that creep Devanani Rawl from The Price.
Which one's Devanani Rawl?
He was another Betazoid who was pretending to just be a non-Betazoid, and he was trying to haggle price down for the wormhole, but and seduce Troy for other unrelated reasons. I forget
thought
if
it
it was
was
even important.
I think it was to distract her, maybe, during the
But
negotiations.
it made it more obvious because she figured out he was a Betazoid and was influencing people's emotions or something about figuring out the wormhole price.
Yeah, he was a shithead.
It was a complicated, weird episode that only paid off in Voyager.
The first of many people to manipulate shit out of Troy.
Troy's got a fucking type. And that's sad for her. And really, it's
type is dirtbag.
The writers gave
Yeah.
Troy a certain type, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, in a way, it actually, thank goodness for her, she did just wind up with Riker, because...
It's not even that they gave her a type. They made her a victim. That's the real problem. And so she's a victim over and over again, which unfortunately is sort of realistic. But at the same time, it's just fucking gross. It's like, we don't need to watch this happen.
Victim, though. Like,
Yeah,
like they could have spread it around a little.
Yeah.
Well,
it just felt like
what's her name with the ghost candle? I mean, arguably,
but she wasn't like that. That was different though. That was just.
Here's the thing: it's actually not that different because it was false pretenses.
That's
true. Shit. I mean, you can't. I mean, they were having a sexual or at least a romantic relationship under like incredibly false pretenses. I mean, it's not as bad as some of the shit maybe that like Troy went through, but still like coercion or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kinda
that
gross.
one's going to come up again in a second, so
Oh,
hold
no.
on to that.
Awesome.
But yeah, Ral, gross.
Yeah.
Don't like
Yeah,
it.
no, he was a prick. Fuck him.
Gross.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to include some of the other episodes where Troy just gets manipulated because those aren't relationships at all.
Yeah, no.
So like this actually is a relationship though. I don't remember them really together. So like she's kind of into him, but then
For a
she
bit.
finds out. Oh really? Okay. Then I was gonna say I'm like if he's just like fucking with her, how is this a relationship? But if there actually was a thing going on, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression that he was like altering her mind or
Manipulating
anything.
her.
I
Yeah,
think
no.
it was just a straight up
He was just
seduction.
but he like look how creepy. That
Oh, he's
guy
a
was.
creepy fuck.
Yeah, you actually did choose the perfect, like, picture of him, like,
Like just invading her space.
Yeah.
and just looking kind of creepy.
Make sure you're following along on the blog where you can see the photos that we referred to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Amy
I'm trying to
did a
do it
good
less
job.
than I did last week, but this one I have to.
Because it is like the posture is like he's very
Yeah.
close to her. She's obviously pulling away. He's obviously like pushing
creep.
in to be like, "Hey, I'm in your space." He's above her. Like it's creepy. It's
Oh yeah,
creepy.
and also in this scene, it's such a creepy negging scene where she has her hair in one of her normal clips. He just removed the clip and like took her hair down. Like it is the man.
Yeah, well, that's like from those pickup artists
Yeah.
handbooks, you know.
Yeah, it's gross.
You know,
stuff.
you're really ugly with your hair up like this. Takes it down. Oh, you're still ugly. Am I doing this right?
Oh no.
Do you love me?
Glasses on, hair down?
Just like different. Sorry, next.
Cool. Next, let's move on to Riker and Yuta from the Vengeance Factor.
Who's you? Okay, I don't remember
she
this
was
girl at
she
all.
was like she was terrible. She was the worst. She was like a terrorist.
Yeah, so she was an assassin effectively.
Yeah.
Oh.
From an ancient clan, but she got some kind of medical procedure so that she stays looking young indefinitely or something
I
like that.
forgot about the fact that she was like crazy long lived.
Yeah, because Bev figured it out by asking Photoshop to make her young again.
right.
There was a Y in her name. Why did I think her name was just Uta?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
But Riker
Was
fucking
super into
falls
her.
for her
Hard.
instantly.
Big
He
time.
makes her like noodles a la Riker or something. What special?
Yeah.
Hopefully better than his fucking
Yeah, he
omelets.
made an omelet.
Or did she make him a recipe and he whipped it up or something? It was
Noodles a la Riker.
potatoes a la Utah. There was a funny line where
Yeah,
the
that
two of
sounds
them
familiar.
had a cute little date.
They
But then you
did.
learn that she's a monster, and that affects him in the final scene
Yeah.
because he needs to kill this
Yeah, he has to
bitch.
vaporize.
She's about to murder a man in front of him, and Riker, do the right thing. You have a phaser on stun. Granted, I don't think phasers on stun worked on her. I think he.
No,
did.
they
I
had to
think
vaporize her.
yeah, she required vaporizing, and he was like, "I can't do it. We mouthed together once."
And Picard's like, well, I can't do it, Will. I'm not wearing pants.
I can't get up from behind this table. You see.
Good Jean-Luc Picard.
Thank you.
had traces of Sean Connery.
Yes.
I'm right,
poor
right? That
Patrick
thing episode where he
Stewart.
wasn't wearing pants in one scene.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't just pulling something out of my ass.
We joked about that.
Oh, that wasn't actual.
Yeah.
Damn it. I confused reality and
I
our
was gonna say,
jokes.
and this is the
podcast
magic of the
works.
human mind. Like you just
We just will
forget what you saw. This is
will
what's real.
reality into
Yeah, at some
existence.
point, someone's gonna really assume Kovic is always on the toilet.
Yeah, just add it.
In a
add it,
year.
It's me. I assume that Kovic is always on
add
the
it to the
toilet.
memory alpha. It's
I-
done.
In my defense, maybe it's because I was thinking of the fact that there actually are like photos of
News anchors.
is that a thing? That's great. Oh God, what's it? Grand Moff Tarkin in like slippers because the boots he had to wear hurt too much.
Oh.
So he only wore them in the wide shots, in the wide shots. In close-ups, like he was literally wearing like bedroom slippers with his uniform.
Bless him.
It's
That's
cute.
cute.
Anyway, yeah, that was an odd one.
Grandma Tarkin.
Yeah, and Riker, hopeless fucking romantic Riker, just wants to fuck the world, I guess. Moving on. Oh, here's a fun one, and that's Picard and Vash.
Oh hell yeah, Vash is great.
Again, and this is just her manipulating entirely, but they manipulated each other, I think.
Yeah, and I think he had a little crush on her.
We definitely see that in Cupid.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's toxic, but it's fun. It's okay.
Yeah, I
Like,
think she's a good fuck buddy. I don't think they'd be a good relationship.
No.
I don't think he'd be a good relationship for fucking anybody.
That's
He just
true.
seems
He
like
needs
he's
so
such
much
a twat.
therapy.
Yeah, she'd be wanting to go on all these adventures, and he'd be like, no, we have to have tea.
I had my adventures 40 years ago.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and before I took that arrow to the knee,
Or that, Nausicaan blade to the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's again, I don't think dating out of the question. Fucking on occasion, sure.
Yeah.
And then
And
she
bashes a
runs
hottie.
off with Q, which I love.
Yeah,
like
good on her.
that's like it's like Q's like, all right, if I can't be with Picard, I'll steal his girlfriend. I'll be where he's been.
They're both trying to make him jealous by running off with his significant other.
And it
That's
works. He's just sitting there crying. Like,
You know, alternately, he's like, oh, good, maybe they'll both leave me alone
Maybe
now.
they'll also take Loxana Troy with them. Neat.
And instead, Luoxana just got to go to Deep Space Nine and start chasing Odo. So he ultimately got what he wanted.
That'll be fun to talk about next week, because that's cute.
Yay, it's my fucking favorite.
Meanwhile, more this week. Oh, here's a meaningful one. This is Riker and Linnell from First... not a meaningful one. This is a hilarious
I was
one.
about to say meaningful one.
I misread the thing. From First Contact.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that
Fuck
alien, like...
Nurse thing.
Yeah. Who really wanted to fuck an alien.
Again, prescient, because now monster and alien fucking is all over the internet.
Oh, it was well before.
Prescient.
Well, yes,
it's
but now
what
it's...
Will was doing anyway.
In
But
the
it's just-
fucking 50s and 40s.
Well,
and
yes,
earlier, probably.
but now it's so easy to get, it's like borderline mainstream.
Oh,
Like-
yeah. Monster fucking's a whole thing.
Again, it's like I was saying, it's always been there, it's just now so much more accessible.
Yeah,
like,
don't call
as
it prescient, though, when it always
Fair,
exists.
fair,
as
fair.
as an example, though, to your point about it's like like the gettability of this shit. The other day, someone posted a picture of like it was like a book cover, and it kind of looked like it was going to be gay minotaur sex, and it wasn't gay minotaur sex. And my friend was like, "Oh, no minotaur sex," and I was like, "I'm also disappointed." And she was like, "Well, I have a friend who's written some books about minotaur sex, if you'd like." And I was like, "All right then, it's all right there."
We're such a weird species.
Yeah. That's probably why this chick wanted to fuck us so
I think
bad.
she'd want to fuck a Minotaur, too.
Oh, yeah.
Linnell was down to plow.
She
But
was.
honestly, she probably, like, Riker had to respect that, because Riker will fuck any alien you put in front of him that's got fucking a fuckhole and a couple of titties.
I mean, he'll usually try to respect the Prime Directive.
As I say, yeah, there's a Prime Directive concern here.
the Prime Directive is he fucks whoever he wants. That's the Will Riker Prime Directive.
I my assertion that I made at the time that they just did some hand stuff, and
But their hands were disgusting.
he did the hand stuff.
Wait, her hands are gross?
They
What's
have
wrong with her hands?
they have funky hands.
mitten hands.
For all we know, that is how they, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
Wait, but
Wasn't he also, like, actively dying?
He was just trying to escape.
I thought he was, like, injured somewhere.
He was injured.
no,
He had been injured, but I
that's
think
the
he
little
was...
death.
Yeah, no, he was injured, but like it would have been the type of thing where if he got back to the ship, they would have patched him up really quick.
Yes, but in the meantime, let's fuck an alien whilst
Well,
But yeah,
bleeding
but he
out.
was actually on the
Yeah,
mend.
let's really get the blood pumping to fuck that up.
After this, he tries to escape,
Yeah.
and then they really fuck him up.
Okay.
That-
Then
I'm
he's
out of
then
order
he's
then.
then he has like a brain injury, and
Right.
they're gonna do like serious invasive surgery.
Neat. Well,
They're
good on you, BB Newirth. That was a fun one.
Gonna try to put a drill in his head like Chekhov in 4.
Okay, here's one we brought up a little bit earlier. This is Bev Crusher and Odan from The Host. This
Oh,
is
is this
her,
the Trill one?
her
Yeah.
Trill boyfriend.
Oh, I love them together, and I hate it.
Yeah, it was gross when they put the Trill in Riker.
And it got weird.
And it
Yeah,
got
well, that's gross.
disturbing.
Yeah.
That's when he was also actively dying.
Yes.
Because the Trill
The
was
Trill
killing
was
him.
killing it.
Well, yeah, you can't. He doesn't have a pouch for that.
They
Where did
figured
they put it? Where did they
Just
put
in
the
a
Trill?
cavity.
They figured it out
What-
by Discovery Times.
In a cavity?
Yeah, they opened up an area and stuffed
I
it
thought
in.
you meant one of his existent cavities. I was like,
in
dear
his
God.
teeth.
In what?
In
That
his
wasn't
teeth.
what I was
Oh.
thinking, but okay.
Oh, a cavity.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Um,
it's a bummer because I loved them together. That Riker shit was gross. And then like what they put the Trill in a girl body and she's like, I'm out. And I get that you're only attracted to what you're attracted to or whatever, but like if they were really that in love.
And I don't think they were. I think it was Bev, after, however many years of will they, won't they with Picard after Jack's death, being
Yeah.
like, I'm going to allow myself some happiness. And I
Yeah.
don't know if they got, like, more serious than that, but just getting there was very nice to see Bev.
Yeah.
Good for Bev.
I like it. What is he wearing there? Pink silk?
Possibly.
Oh, well then, I don't know. Anyway, but I really did like them together, and it was a really nice little relationship.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice if it could have continued, because like you said, like, Bev's had it kind of rough.
Truth. Oh gosh, the next one is stupid, but I want to include it. And
no.
this is Data and Jenna
Honey, I'm
Desora.
home.
And in theory,
Is this his fake family one?
No,
No.
you're thinking of Picardo in Voyager. This is where he writes himself a boyfriend subroutine.
Because there's a girl that wants to bang a robot.
yeah, Jenna Desora is on the rebound and decides, I'm going to try dating Data. He's nice. And Data's like, I don't know how to be a boyfriend because you don't seem to like the stuff Tasha was into. So yes, he writes himself this sitcom routine in which he's just the stupid boyfriend. And it's dumb, and I expected better of you, Data.
Doesn't he? Does he go through a couple iterations of this sub program? Like, does he become?
Does he get advice from Riker? I feel like that was a bad idea.
I think this might be the one where he went around the ship
Yeah.
and asked for
No,
girl advice.
He probably asked fucking Geordi, and Geordi was like,
Coco
"No,
knows.
Make a hollow program of it first and test it out.
ugh, test it out."
Oh no.
But
Yeah, not great.
not great.
It was mostly like for
It was for jokey
a gag
jokes,
that
yeah.
would fall flat.
It was an episode-long single gag, and
Yeah,
Not
TNGee,
great.
Star Trek in general, like especially in the 90s, was not usually great when they tried to go full comedy, and TNGee especially.
Well, and without Joe Piscopo
Yeah, I was gonna
there,
say,
like, what was even the
how would we
point?
tell?
Bring back the cigars.
All right, moving on. I like this one. This one's cute. This is Deanna Troi and Aaron Connor from the Masterpiece Society. He was from that eugenics society that lived in perfect containment on some kind of dome. And he falls in love with Troi. Troi seems to like him well enough. And he almost says, like, I would leave my society for you, even though, like, we're specifically, in roles in this society to best fit
I would
us.
happily destroy my society to be with you.
Yeah, and
That's romance.
I mean,
It's
for him,
perfect.
it kind of was, because it proved that he wasn't just, a eugenicist
Yeah, except
weirdo.
what I most remember from that episode is that like most of his people were just assholes.
Oh, yeah.
They were such jerks.
Also, I know we're not trying to talk about the pictures and shit, but you should be following along. And this is such a better, like that last one that we did where dude was in her face and like towering over her.
Yeah.
Like this one, like obviously he's taller than her, and they're in each other's space, but she's not drawing away. They're clearly into it. It's not fucking
Well, it's just
gross.
It's that he is taller than her, not looming over her while she sits like other guys.
But there's still that intimacy because they're closer than you would be to like Ames and I would never be this. I mean, except right now. But like it just
Well, and she doesn't look sickened by him.
Right? Yeah.
No, they're turned on.
She's not visibly gagging.
They're pantsless right now.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my God.
Picard
Like Picard. Like
and newscasters.
Like Cronenberg.
All right, next. Okay, here's the one that I was going to say earlier is meaningful.
Oh, I love this one.
Because this is Riker Soren in The Outcast.
Yeah.
Which, say what you will about that episode, it's an uncomfortable episode.
Deeply.
And it's meant to be uncomfortable.
And they,
Jesus Christ.
And they fucking did it wrong.
Do it wrong.
Damn it.
But Riker does, if not everything, most things right in this episode.
I mean, at the end, he is going to be like, your society is fucked up. The Prime Directive can go to hell. Fuck my career. I'm going to save you. And he doesn't. But...
Well, because he's too late.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to, but he was too late.
He was
They
absolutely
fucking
going to.
they brainwashed them.
But good for him.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was going to do it, And it's a deeply uncomfortable episode. It's super important, and like anytime anyone fucking tells you that Star Trek didn't used to be fucking woke, I fucking dare you. I fucking triple dog dare you. Watch this fucking episode and shut the fuck up. It's always been woke. Fuck you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Here's the opposite of woke.
Oh,
Jesus
gross.
fuck. This is Picard and Kamala from The Perfect Mate, which is just gross.
Also, she looks too much like Troy.
Famke Janssen?
I just feel like this whole look has like big Troy energy, and it makes me uncomfortable for Troy.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that whole... Ugh, oh, no.
She sits next to this man all the time.
Yeah, no, no, nothing good about this.
Yeah, it's icky. She was specifically meant for another man, and
she was cargo.
Meant for
imprinted
another
on,
man.
on Picard in a way that makes it feel like the species was made to bond with whatever she looked at first, or something stupid like that.
Something idiotic, yeah.
Whoever she made
Put
it.
baby animals back in the nest. They'll think you're its mom.
Oh no, Picard!
He has so many birds now.
So many birds,
And not enough hair for them to nest in.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, that
this
episode.
is uncomfortable in an entirely different way.
Yeah, no,
I don't think it was meant to be this uncomfortable, but they did it wrong.
Oh,
Well, but I
boy.
also think that, like, looking at it, I mean, again, like, I was a lot stupider 30 years ago. In the 90s, this might not have bothered me as much. I think that, like, mainstream feminism, for lack of a better word, is a little bit more...
Yeah, you might look at this as like an actual romance and not a she has no consent in this issue because she's biologically
Right, because who was
predisposed
talking
to
about
this.
female consent in shows in the 90s? I mean,
Exactly.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying that, like, as a...
It doesn't help that she was being literally human trafficked by a very
Yeah.
creepy Ferengi.
And at the end, you're meant to feel bad for Picard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her, I'm sure you can feel bad for her as well because now she's going to be in a relationship that's loveless because she's imprinted on a different person than she was meant to, which is
that fucking
weird.
sucks.
So you can feel bad for her, but I think the episode leaves you lingering thinking, oh, poor Picard.
He just has to fly around in a spaceship and see cool new shit all the time for the rest of his life.
Drink
the poor
tea.
man.
Did he look sad and play his tiny flute at the end of this one? I can't
No,
remember.
I think because he appreciates the wedding,
Mm.
and I would have to remind myself, but I feel like the last shot is probably him looking sad. But I would have to check to make sure that's what it actually happens.
Looking sad. Then he sighs and you hear zip.
Looking sad, and then he goes, "Wait a tick, I'm single again."
Yeah, baby.
I would love to have seen 90s Patrick Stewart dancing like Austin Powers through the Enterprise D corridors.
Okay, here's Picard's actual meaningful relationship that I love, even though he's not technically him. Because this is Kamen and Eileen in The Inner Light.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I love them together so much, even if they're fake people.
And
Well, they're real people, right?
They're real, yeah.
It's
not-
basically-
it's not kind of a holodeck situation.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of in a very advanced holo novel.
Yeah, so it's like the real people, but and that he's acting out as without knowing it. So it's a strange story within a story, and like I do think like Eileen's love does carry through.
Yeah.
And Kamen comes around.
Yeah.
They're like almost age appropriate for each other, which I like. I mean, it's not the most important thing in the world, but it's nice. It's
though.
nice when like an old guy is not dating like a 20-year-old or whatever. I also wonder if like his experience.
Tell that to Patrick Stewart.
Oh, he loves his wife's titties so much. Pictures of him just like just taking a peek at her cleavage all the time is great. I kind of wonder if this experience, like, I know at some point he starts being like kind of nicer to Wesley. And I think that if it wasn't after this episode, it should have been. I know that's not the relationship we're talking about. But in this, he was like a father who was like supportive of his son. And I kind of wonder if that sort of like, husband, wife, and child situation would have like colored his relationships with the people in the crew.
Yeah, I
and
like that
especially
idea.
Wesley. But I don't remember if anything changes at this point.
I feel like this was a little later, so like he was already kind of more chill with Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley had left the ship by now.
Oh, that's what I was wondering too, if he was still around or if he'd
end
gone.
of season 5.
Yeah.
He started getting nicer to Wesley once the writing started getting better. Because let's not forget that first season was shit.
Oh, season 1 was bad.
Yeah. And for that matter, we don't really see like the effects that go like longer lasting through the series that we would in like today's serial.
Yeah,
television.
no.
That's true.
No, I mean this was almost like groundbreaking in that in Brothers he was still upset over the events of Best of Both Worlds.
I mean, it's interesting you bring it up though because the events of Inner Light do actually come back up again.
But not yet. But first.
Yes.
Before that comes up
again.
First is another LaForge disgusting relationship.
Oh,
This one with Aquiel Unari in the episode Aquiel.
Which one's Aquiel again?
He falls in love with her
it's
journal.
It's another
Oh, okay, it is
parasocial
the journal one.
relationship.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I guess.
And then she turns out to still be alive. And he's like, oh, well, I guess I love you too then.
Of the two of them, it's the less horrifying because he doesn't make
Between
a hollow...
her and Leia.
Yeah, because he doesn't make a hollow fuck puppet of her. He just falls in love with her journals, which is, again, still very fucking weird. But at least he
He was
isn't...
keeping it to himself
To be
until
fair,
she
he
showed
didn't
up.
make a hollow fuck puppet of Leah Brahms. He made a hollow colleague who became a fuck puppet.
Okay, yes,
Who
great.
had an inappropriate
And to
work
be-
relationship
To be
with.
even more fair, he didn't ask to make the Leia Brahms. The computer did it out of randomness.
But then he's like, oh, but this Leah Brahms isn't fuckable enough, so make her like me.
At the end, does she like agree to be pen pals with him? I can't quite remember.
I don't remember.
I feel like they kind of hint that maybe they'll keep in touch, and it's like, okay, maybe this could become healthy, but of course we never hear from her
But
again.
anyway, Aquiel, also weird.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right. I thought.
Oh, that they became pen pals.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Yes, I meant Aquiel and LaForge. I feel like at the end maybe she's like, oh, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
No.
We'll keep in touch as she gives him like a fake phone number and like runs screaming. It's one of those ones you dial up and it's like, hey buddy, bad news. The girl you were chatting with at the bar gave you a fake number. This is your sign to cut it the fuck out. Okay, bye.
Also, Aquiel had like the worst job in Starfleet.
But yeah, she was kind of incompetent, wasn't she?
She was
Yeah,
terrible.
she was terrible.
Oh, I thought you meant having to pretend to like Geordi.
You know, she was basically in this very isolated position because, like, it's where they kind of stick the losers.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying she was desperate for attention.
She had a dog.
Which turned out to be a shapeshifter?
Like if the
Oh,
The shapeshifter
yeah!
replaced the dog.
Yeah,
Right,
dog
the
became a shapeshifter
dog.
later.
I forgot about the dog.
Yep. I think the dog did it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dog
That
was
fucking-
the shapeshifter.
Yeah, so the dog wasn't even really her friend. What the fuck,
there,
man?
Well, no,
there
there
was
had
a
been
real
a-
dog
yeah.
that was replaced by a shapeshifter,
Oh,
right?
her dog's
Yeah,
dead.
it's a terrible way to learn your dog died.
Yes, it is.
True.
So fucking, Geordi LaForge is being a creep, jerking off all over her journal pages, and her dog is dead. This is
Yep.
the worst day ever.
Well,
But
also
she
the-
was into him.
And the dog was watching the whole time.
Oh, that's right, it was.
Because he was taking care of the dog.
That's
oh,
true, yeah.
I hate it.
That's a
Weird episode.
Bonkers.
Imagine being a
TNGee
shapeshifter
was
and
so
having to
weird.
pretend to be a dog while a man thirsts over the person that you didn't
well.
kill.
Doesn't when it's in dog state, doesn't it actually think it's the
Oh,
dog?
is that how?
Oh, I
And
don't
then at
remember.
some point it like activates or
Oh,
something
maybe.
like that.
Oh.
I think that's
I was
something.
gonna say, how if it thinks it's the dog, how does it remember to switch back to being
I haven't
people,
watched this
but-
episode in a long time.
And
for
don't
good
intend
reason.
to.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to.
It's not a
Yeah,
good one.
exactly.
Yeah, so pass on that one. God, another gross one. God, there's so many gross ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
this girl.
This is Worf and
Poor
Bael
girl.
from Birthright, and I don't like her.
She was just a terrible actor.
Well, she plays Libby later.
I know.
so
I was
yes.
gonna say, like we see her now and in the future. Is
Always
not a good
playing a
actor.
romance that you're like just not into.
But also, like, I feel like the whole thing is him just being like, God, you all suck at being Klingons. And it's like, I want to do you, but you're sucky at Klingoning. And
And
also, it turns out you're part Romulan,
Yeah.
which makes me grossed
and
out.
then he gets racist about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is Worf, the man who like let a man die
Yeah.
because of his racism.
Yeah. It's deeply fucking weird and upsetting.
But then we forgive him because the guy wouldn't have taken his blood anyway.
That's true.
But yeah, the scenes with him and Bael, they're weird because he doesn't like that she's Romulan.
Yeah,
and
like-
it's kind of icky.
Even if Bael could act, it wouldn't have been good.
No,
Yeah. Well,
it seems
it might
tacked
have been
on.
better if it were more competently acted.
But still, like, his whole...
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was weird and uncomfortable, and it's not.
Try to
great.
picture Susie Plex.
And also, you just feel like she's a lot younger than him.
Oh yeah.
And very naive and isolated.
Yeah, and she's only lived in this society.
Yeah, it's like, there's just
well,
so
these
much
were,
that's wrong.
these were Klingons that were captured at Kittimer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so it's actually. I mean,
And she was born on planet. Here,
Yeah, but
so.
we don't know how they're the same generation, I guess, because her.
Well, no, her parents would have been... One of her,
Her-
parents,
her-
rather, was captured at Kittimer,
Yeah.
so...
Well, I guess that's true. Were her parents, Worf's parents, peers, or were they children at Kittimer, like Worf?
Yeah, we don't really...
Is she young enough to be his daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, how long did they also wait before like the Romulans and Klingons were having
That's
kids
true. It
together?
might have been.
And
a
it felt
long
like it had
time.
kind of been a hot minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're
Not good.
gross. I didn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had no chemistry.
No.
Yeah, I forgot all about this girl.
Yeah, it's not a great episode.
No.
Here's a questionable one
Noah.
because this is one that does impact Picard and brings up our moments from Inner Light, which we liked. This is Picard and Nella Darren, the keyboardist that he fell for because he after having a flute incident, he kind of wanted to. He opened up to possibilities a little bit.
The flute incident.
I feel like I
One
remember
time at
being-
band camp.
I feel like I remember them being good together.
I thought they were
And-
good together, but this was the one where the problem was that he eventually had to order her into a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And he definitely was playing favorites. Like,
Yeah.
evacuate her first, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a hull breach or some shit. Or
No, she was on a
on
planet.
a fire
Is that what it
planet.
was?
Yeah.
A planet that was actively on fire.
Also, isn't she like 22 years old?
No, I feel like she's actually kind of close to his
Oh,
age.
is she? She looks. Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe.
She
I
was
think it's
old.
just
She
the
was a
angle.
little older.
All right, so
She
she's
is
30,
age appropriate.
30. Oh, is she?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you say so.
Yeah, no, I like it's.
Who am I to judge?
You can see why they like couldn't be together, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's like.
Can't date your subordinate.
I mean, it's the same reason my book should not be on the Discovery, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're at least not technically.
Maybe he could be your number one. How about
he's
no?
not Starfleet.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
He's
but
an
it's all, but
advisor.
like this is why Non was there last season.
That's
Yum
true.
yum.
Yumming it up.
Yeah, but they were good together though.
They
I
were
think,
good.
so.
Their little music foreplay was kind of cute.
The scene I
we
always
need more
liked the
music
scene in
foreplay.
the Jeffries too when they played it.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
this is the place on the ship that has the best acoustics. Meanwhile, someone like several halls over, like, why do we hear music?
Yeah.
I don't remember any music foreplay in a Jeffries tube, but it sounds very intimate.
Yeah, it was. They
It
were.
was.
They were super hot and bothered about it.
I like it. I'm hot and bothered just thinking about
And
it.
you know what else? What's good for those acoustics in that room?
What?
Fucking.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Evidently, I don't know. But yeah, I liked her for Picard
Yeah.
because it did build on that inner light, like looking for more
Yeah.
from your relationships. And I also like that they didn't continue because that just would have made it awkward.
He should have just left for her.
Well, here's one that we brought up a little bit because this is
Mm.
again talking Troy and Riker, but this is Tom Riker.
So this one I think I like because it is the path not taken.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It makes the Troy and Will Riker friendship better because we get to see what their relationship.
Well, wasn't part of Tom's whole thing like thinking about getting back to you one day is what kept me from losing my mind
Yeah.
while I was isolated for like what, a decade or something?
7 years, I think it was.
Yeah, something. It was a good amount of time.
They broke up after the incident where Will and Tom
Yeah.
split. So as far as Tom's concerned, they're still together.
Yeah.
Was that how that timing worked out?
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah,
Ah.
Right,
like-
and he's like, you're like thinking of you as the only thing that like kept me
Right,
alive.
so that's why like he was doing these little phaser paintings on the slate, and
Yeah, that's gotta
These are-
be that's
these are
gotta
your
be
boobies.
tough.
so like it's not weird that he treats her that like they're still together because from his perspective they are.
Yeah, and Troy really gets taken up with it or taken
Yeah.
into it.
No, she's like, oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah,
I remember.
these
Yeah, I
days."
remember this, and with you, it's a different like relationship than with normal Will over here.
Yeah.
But it's also super weird for her because
Yeah.
like she's totally moved on, so we think,
Yeah.
from Will Riker boyfriend to Will Riker boss,
Mhm.
boss and friend.
Undercover boss.
And like now it's now I have to do Will Riker boyfriend again? But also now I'm his boss? What?
Oh, and he's a terrorist.
Whoopsies. Yep. Sentenced to life in a Cardassian mine. Well, bye.
Well, then like what sucks is like I like Thomas Riker somewhat in this, and then he comes back and is a fucking scumbag in Deep Space Nine. Spoilers for Deep Space
Not really
Nine.
so much a scumbag as he
He
does
he
pretend
manipulates
to be. Yeah,
Kira.
he does manipulate Kira.
If you fuck with Kira, you're a scumbag.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
I love in that the fucking reveal is him removing part of his beard, but not all of
Alright,
it.
I'm dragging us back
Yeah,
in because
sorry.
we still have more to go some fucking
Holy
how.
shit, dude.
This is a curated list and it's still miles long. Because this is here's
Yes,
the one
the
that
best
Caitlin has
one.
already talked about a little bit, and that is Worf and Troy.
Yeah,
I
cute.
really thought they were good together. It doesn't make any sense, but it totally works.
Yeah, but sometimes opposites like are perfect for
No,
each
no, I
other,
know.
you know?
I know,
And
but
like,
it's-
look at that. Oh fuck, I want to watch them fuck. Look at that.
Yeah, they're pretty good
Look at his
together.
big hot hand on her little fucking hot wrist. Oh my god. All right, listen, I can't.
Kate will be in her bunk.
Yeah, dude, I gotta go take care of something.
I don't know if it count parallels though because it's a different Troy.
Yeah, but that's where
That's where
See-
Worf gets.
Oh,
Worf
that's
gets
where he gets the
Worf
idea,
gets the
that's
idea.
right.
He's like,
Yeah.
maybe
Troy
Troy
likes
would be
it.
all right.
That is fun. I never thought of that. Or rather, I forgot about that. Yeah. Hey, so like in another universe, we apparently like hooked up, and she was like, "Hi, that's okay."
I never thought about it, but now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
Did you
no,
win Did you win the trophy in that universe?
in 3 of them, yes, and 2 of them, no.
Yeah, I think we've all kind of already covered this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did, but they
Moving
were
on.
good.
Moving more on. Oh, here's the other one we
no.
wanted to talk about, and that's Crusher and Ronan in Sub Rosa.
Oh my God, no.
I don't know what, like, The thing I'll say about this episode is it allowed Crusher to have an episode.
Yeah. She got so few.
But, like, the fact that it's Nana's sloppy seconds and...
If he'd just been honest, maybe.
Yeah, him being an alien monster and but pretending to be something else? Like, what was he... I can't... Like, what...
Whatever alien monster thing he was, maybe he's like the dog in Aquil in that he doesn't realize what stupid things he's doing because it's just normal for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for Bev, because I'm glad that Gates McFadden got an opportunity to do something romantic. We got to have a great conversation about it a while back on the podcast, because you don't see this kind of romance in Star Trek at all.
Yeah.
Possibly for good reason, but at least it was something different.
I just remembered, too, that, like, part of the fucking episode is her, like, talking to Troy about reading her grandma's dirty journals. And it's like, this is so weird. I wouldn't be... Like, if I discovered a fucking forebear's dirty journal, I would, one, immediately stop reading and scream and never tell anyone I had found it.
If the forebear's far back enough.
I did find and have some of my, not, this isn't a journal, but my grandfather had a collection of, like, erotic paperbacks from, like, the 40s and 50s.
Oh my god. Yeah, no,
They're really weird.
Still too soon.
A lot of like, incest themed stuff in there. It's not great.
Do you still have this stuff? Does somebody have this?
Some of it, yeah, I think somewhere.
Yeah, no. If I
why do you want it?
I like antique porn. I would be very interested. Yes.
If I have met the person who's erotica, I'm reading It's Too Soon.
Okay, so great grandparents might be okay.
Maybe it's a big maybe.
What if they're really good writers?
Yeah, imagine finding your grandmother's sex toys.
Yeah, no, creepy.
Yeah, but the power dynamics this episode, gross.
Yes.
Gates, great. I also just the running gag in the whole Star Trek community that Bev fucks ghosts. He's not a ghost.
He's not a ghost, but he has been.
Jesus
but the thing is,
Christ!
Like, he's been doing this to Howard women for centuries.
Yeah,
he's a creep.
Yeah, that's gross. Is this the last one? This might be the last one. We're finally in the movies era, and this is Picard and Anij in Insurrection.
She's a hottie.
Oh yeah, she's a lovely, beautiful woman. She has like special time powers.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem, of course, is like it's hard to separate from the movie itself, which leaves me very cold. So it's like,
I don't know. I think they did all right together.
Yeah, I liked they had chemistry like whoa. The relationship was not very developed. Like that movie, the pacing is not right.
No, it's fucked.
The ideas are great. Anij is great. Focus wasn't in the right place.
Yeah, no.
I do wonder, because you're talking about age-appropriate relationships, considering how much older she is than he is.
That's true. She's very old.
It's true.
She does mention one thing. I think when she says, "I'd spend centuries perhaps, since I've seen a bald man," because in her society, they just look however they want to look or something.
No, that's because they
have perfect hair.
Yeah, they do. It's because the regenerative powers of their rings cause like
hair growth.
Your hair follicles to reassert themselves and things.
But I mean that isn't baldness genetic?
But that's the thing. Like even like Geordi, who was born blind, like grows a new eyes, optic nerve and stuff. Like so.
Doc gave me a pill. I grew a new kidney.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's
more than just
genetics.
It's magic.
It's magic. It's like putting you back together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's whatever. It's magic.
Yeah.
Picard's is he fully bald though in that? Has he got a shaved head?
I think he's still got his little.
He's
got the horseshoe still.
I can't see a photo from here.
Really, it looks. I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway,
at some point you just got to give up and shave it. You got to just let it go.
But I feel like his pattern of hair is fairly iconic.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
Keeps him distinct from Professor X.
Yeah.
Oh, is Professor X fully bald?
Yes.
Yeah. Ah, interesting. Do they bald cap him or do they shave him?
I'm guessing they shaved him. I don't know.
Right,
bald capping Patrick Stewart just seems like a waste of time, a waste of everybody's time.
At this point, they could just CG it off.
Yes.
Give him a goatee. So yeah, those were the relationships from TNGee that I wanted to talk about. If there's any other ones, because either like they're just a small moment in an episode, or they just didn't have as much of an impact as others. But yeah, Riker does plow, because there are many more instances of Riker plowing.
One. So this is your list of ones that you passed up. One I realized it doesn't look like it made the list. I just thought of because we referenced it earlier. Is Picard and his little cadet girlfriend from Tapestry.
Oh, I didn't think of her. I don't know if she would have made the cut.
I don't know if she would have made the cut either, but...
We didn't see much of what was going on with them in that, did we?
I mean, we saw that...
Is this the blonde girl that he has to sentence to death?
No,
they
were
not
not
have
in
a relationship with Cito Jackson, no.
Oh, okay, good.
No, this is when
we flash back.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard?
Yeah, he's got a girl he's kind of sweet on.
But it has an impact on... I do think it's significant in that she was someone that he kind of had a crush on, I guess.
Yeah.
But never acted on it. And one of the things that he fucks up is acting on it.
That's right. He totally
bangs
fumbles.
her. And then it's like...
Oh, now she's clingy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like it ruins their friendship.
Womp womp. Yeah, he's bad at relationships.
Oh, terrible relationships. He's got Livingston. That's fine.
So everyone's fucking for better and worse on Star Trek.
Mostly worse.
Mostly worse,
Sorry.
It seems. But next time I think we'll be talking about Deep Space Nine, which has quite a bit more fucking. Is that right? Am I right?
I think there are fewer sides.
There's
There
not,
might be
there's
fewer
not
sides.
more fucking.
I feel like there's more meaningful.
There's
fucking.
definitely more meaningful fucking, yeah.
Serial
more,
fucking.
Yeah, more relationships.
Yes, I would agree with that.
More relationships, fewer situationships.
People with their dicks and Cheerios.
Oh my.
Cereal fucking.
I understood.
I understand, too.
Still
I didn't want to
hate it.
acknowledge it, so fuck all y'all.
So anyway, that's
Don't
coming up.
acknowledge, Chris.
That's coming up next time. Also next time we will be talking about more Star Trek: The Discovery in Janal.
Sure.
We'll find out next week how that's pronounced.
I'm sure we will.
Janelle Monáe.
Yes, Janelle Monáe will be here. So yeah, that's next up on Star Trek Discovery. Until then, you can follow our podcast on all of the social medias, especially on the ones that we use.
But not X.
But not X.
You won't find us there.
You can find us on Blue Skies, Tumblr, SSHB Podcast on both of those, SSHBpodcast.com. You can find us on the Facebook, Start Us Hereby. And you can download our podcast on Apple, iTunes Podcasts, on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else. And of course, you can always listen to us on our home on the web, soundcloud.com/just search us up. Until then, my name has been Jake.
This is my chair.
This has been Ames.
And this is always Caitlin.
Action chair?
Yes.
Ooh, like a recliner.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's what the lever does on the back. It puts up the legs. I love it.